Bubba the Love Sponge.
Roger. Brace for auditory impact. 10 seconds there. 1, 2, record on my count.
May I have your attention, please? Bubba decided to take off this week, so this is what we call the best of Bubba.
We're ready to go into fast time if you are.
For all you counter-programmers out there, we know this is recycled material, some or all of which you may not approve. Do us all a favor and save your emails and chat cancer comments. They will just be filed in the Go F*** Yourself department.
Doing a real good show up there, and I think we're proving our point, old buddy.
Thanks for your attention to this matter.
Broadcast rights for the Bubba the Love Sponge show have been granted to this station by the Bubba Radio Network and is intended solely for the enjoyment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this production without the express written consent of the Bubba Radio Network is prohibited.
Of course, the glow bug. $50 right out of the hole for Lasker Friday. She loves Gene Lasker.
Little Wolvers Afterbirth, $200.
Oh my God. Jesus.
Good day already.
Good day already for Lasker.
My earphones are sounding good.
Really?
Yeah,
Got them dialed in, huh?
Is dialed in. Macho Man's got me
No,
dialed in.
you got
me looking skinny too much.
Macho Man can make a fat man look skinny by he's really good on the camera. He's got. I
must have not liked me in the beginning because he fattened me up a lot.
No, I think.
And then lately he's been backing it down.
Yeah,
and he hooked
maybe
me up.
as he starts to appreciate you and that you're not as big of a dick in real life. When the mic turns off, you're actually a pretty decent human being.
It's like you.
No, you're far more.
No?
You're far more less.
Far more?
No, you're far more less refined than me.
Okay.
I'm maybe as shocking as you in different, but in a more refined way.
A lot more practice.
Yeah, exactly. I did because I went to bed. I went to bed so early last night. I went to bed like at 6:05.
Grouper Lips, $50.
Thank you. I was having a pretty good day yesterday, but there's just a lot going on behind the scenes, and I'm nervous. I'm very nervous about today. Today, of course, the documentary that I have a lot to do with regards to as much time, camera time, and it's kind of my story, if you will. Debuts today. There's no more pre-sale. There's no more nothing. It's live, ready for you to purchase on 3 different places. And I was just hoping to God that all 3 have it available. And nobody stopped it in the 11th hour. And it looks like to me that it is available on all of the 3 venues that platforms that we promised. Apple TV, Amazon, and Google Play. I have all 3 of them pulled up, which I'll show people. But it looks like it is available. And I've been just really, 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 really nervous about Friday, September 12th being the day that I just knew something was going to go wrong, and it didn't. Lummy, I wish I could have stayed up and watched the I heard they
That I want to know. That's what you heard.
Well, they're 2-0.
No, me.
Oh no, you're
on my picks today.
Actually, if you're actually 6-12.
No, that's from last week. I'm talking about this week.
We have a cumulative score. Yes, as of right now, you are 1-0. You did pick the Packers. Lummy, who did Walker pick?
The Packers.
All right, so yeah, you're now. Lummy, we're gonna
He's a picker too.
Yeah.
Lummy, we're gonna throw out Gene's first week predictions. Seth, let me know if it's okay with you if we throw out his first week because we kind of just threw it on him with no prep, and he didn't know that he's going against a 3-year-old now.
Yeah, I'm all about making up the rules as we go along.
Right, and
I appreciate you sticking up for me last week too.
And Seth, here's the deal: he's finally got somebody he's going against. Like last week, he's just going against himself.
Against this guy.
Yeah. I mean, it's you versus a 3-year-old.
Well, he's also going against Vegas, Bubba. I mean, Gene's he's giving hardcore advice to people.
He really is, and supposedly he came And Seth, he has notes. Supposedly he's got notes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so he's actually taking this segment, quite seriously. I've not even watched the highlights of the game. Packers win 27-18, but Lummy walks in and says to me in a very nice way, man, the Packers might be for real this year.
Yeah.
Like they might be. And here's the thing. I was reading a statistic that there hasn't been a team in 12 years that opened up with their first two opponents being the two teams that played in the NFC Championship game the year before and started 2-0. And the Packers, I think the NFL, and Lummy went back and I couldn't remember what the NFC Championship. I know the Eagles were in it, but it was the Eagles and the Redskins in last year's NFC Championship game, and the Packers have come out and beat both of those. I'm sorry, the Lions. No, it wasn't the. It was the Lions. I'm sorry, the Lions and the Redskins in the NFC Championship game last year.
Yeah, you got it
No,
right.
Philly.
Yeah, it was Philly and the Commanders.
Oh, I don't know. Then I don't know what stat I saw. Something to do with
They were in the playoffs, though, because the Lions were in the playoffs
Okay,
also.
Throw the stats out. The Packers are 2-0, man. The last year doesn't even matter.
Right.
They're doing what they need to do. They look good.
They were in Brazil last year and opened up with the Eagles and didn't get their ass kicked, but got beat. This year they're 2-0 against two teams that made the playoffs. And then I went and looked at the Packers' remaining schedule. Like they play the Browns next weekend in Cleveland. Then they play Dallas. I think that ought to be an interesting matchup with Micah Parsons going back to Dallas. So many things to talk about today. Video killed the radio star. The release date is today. You can go to Google Play. You can go to Amazon. You can go to Apple TV, and you can search Video Killed the Radio Star. Sometimes you got to put movie after it because, like on Apple, it will try to give you the song by the Bugles. So put, Video Killed the Radio Star movie, and it comes up on all three platforms. I'd love more importantly, for the Bubba Army to go out and buy it this weekend, watch it, and then let me. I think like on X, I got to get with you and Gary, but I want to put like at the top of all of our, Facebook, X, Insta, just where people can give us instant feedback, say, something to do with, did you watch, Bubba's documentary or the documentary done on Bubba, and what are your comments after watching Video Killed the Radio Star?
Okay.
Because I'd like to, now I think I'm probably opening myself up to a ton of trolls, maybe, or should I not do that? Because that's just going to end up bad, because even the people that like it, probably won't go there, but the people that don't like it and want to see it fail will go there. We're kind of talking this out on the air like a little bit. What do you?
I think either way, you're going to get hate. They're going to find you.
Yeah. So let's just keep the link tree up as the top of everything.
You can't worry about hate today, man. You got to worry about people that
You're
want
way
to.
ahead of the game now.
Yeah, I'm way ahead of the game. We did jump to number 2 yesterday on Apple TV documentary. We, at one time, when we first came out last week, before we had a court order Willie, we were the number 1 documentary on Apple TV and the number 23 movie overall. Now, we've dropped out of the top 100 movies because I think we dropped as low as 11 when they, when they gagged me.
Yeah.
I'm not gagged anymore, but I'm gagged on certain things, but not promoting this documentary.
So is that people that's watched it and then rated it?
No. All up until
how it's selling.
All up until midnight, last night, it was just based on straight pre-sale. Nobody had even been able to watch it.
Well, they're really going to buy it if they watch it because it's worth it.
We skewed to number 1 in the entire world on Apple TV just on the pre-sale. So hopefully now, what I'm going to asking the Bubba Army to do is, if you watch it and you like it, use your social media, your Facebook, your Instagram, your X.
It's got such a twist in there that it's unbelievable that happened.
it's just
you don't got no luck.
No,
None.
I people don't realize I sit back here and do the best I can, but people, and I've been in this town for 30 years, and I think that the video,
But it didn't matter. All the anything that you've done bad has nothing to do with that documentary on what happened at the end. It was just bad luck.
Well, no, it's
that guy. It was part of it.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
But every twist,
who in the hell would have known that?
Who in the hell? There's a slug line, Seth, for the whole. Who in the hell would have known that?
Oh man,
says Gene Lasker. Now Gene Lasker's got his own axe to grind on this golf cart place. And Gene, I know exactly where that golf cart place is. It's basically like in between where my mom lives and where you live.
Yeah, exactly. Right there
on the right hand side,
yep.
Which would be the east side.
And he's got the shabbiest place on the block. There's like 3 golf cart places on 41 there. And he's got the shabbiest one. So,
well, we're not going to talk about that now because I want to wait for optimal. Like 8:30 is when we really got everybody up.
Right. Dude, Gene gets stuff done on his Facebook. His Facebook page is probably my number one form of entertainment right now, besides watching Peacemaker.
Seth Kushner, who always comes in with some type of suggestion on how to make the show better, or like for instance the NFL picks. And then adding Walker to it. That was a Seth Kushner idea. He comes in today. He has his own little routine. He's got a little backpack, his little water, and he goes, you could do a podcast alone, or we could on just breaking Gene's Facebook page down.
Well, I thought more of it just for a segment on the show.
I'm all over the place on my Facebook.
Yeah.
Gene, you're all over the place in life. So Gene. What? Obviously, I'm gonna promote. The video killed the radio star today. Maybe 813-902-8222, 813-90 as we get a little bit later in the day. Maybe there was actually people that stayed up at 12:01 watched it. I did see some chatter about that on some of our I think maybe on Facebook and our X channels. By the way, everything we have is at the Bubba Army. I thought I saw a little scuttlebutt about how some people were doing that.
We did get an email that a man in Arizona downloaded at 9:00 his time.
Right.
So 12:12, he was watching it.
You're right. If you're a West Coaster,
you're way early.
Well, I mean, you could have gotten it as early, Gene, as 9:01 your time.
That's right.
So you could have watched it. I really would love to get some feedback on people that have watched it. That would be great. So the Packers win last night, 27-18. I haven't had a chance to even go to the highlights just because I've been so busy. With just so much prep. I get prepped so much. As we're doing prep a little bit different now, that it's like it almost is overwhelming. I almost need to get to work like a half an hour. I need to get here like 30 minutes sooner to wade through it all.
Yeah, it's a lot.
So Gene, I started to ask you when we were off the air. Your feelings about the biggest story in the world right now is the Charlie Kirk murder, and I wanted to get your opinion on that. And you started
the world ain't allowing extremists anymore.
Hold on, Gene. Let me set it up. So I tried to get your opinion about Charlie Kirk, and you just started going off on this tangent, and I'm like, just be quiet and save it for the show. So let's start with, are you familiar with what happened?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've seen what happened.
Okay. And did you see how brutal that shooting was?
Yep.
And are you familiar with Charlie Kirk? What he was?
Yeah.
And what was Charlie Kirk to, what's your understanding?
He was, he went around and teaching people to believe in Christ and get away from the bad things that the Bible said was wrong.
Well, he was a conservative, but all under the umbrella of being a conservative Republican. He was very. I think his I think you would call him an evangelical Republican.
Right.
Or would you say an evangelical conservatives? I mean, like.
But the world ain't taking on leaders anymore that get up front and stand there and tell everybody what to do. Everybody wants to just buck the system, whether it's good or bad, right or wrong. And I think that's why, he knew he was going to get killed. I'm sure he did.
Well, Gene, I don't think.
Was he wearing a bulletproof vest? I'd seen.
There's rumors that he was, and there's rumors that he wasn't.
Right. So, you can't make everybody mad on one side of the fence and not think someone's going to throw a rock at you.
Yeah, I know, but don't you think that's kind of a sad state of affairs that we've?
Yeah, it's a sad state of affairs, but
our country has gotten.
We've allowed it.
What do you mean?
We've allowed it for too long for people to paint themselves up and stand there and argue the facts that their side of the fence is better than our side of the fence.
That's fundamentally what you should be able to do. You fundamentally should be
to
able
a limit.
Yeah, well,
you can't block the streets to keep people from driving.
Well, I understand, but our country was and our whole way of life and our existence.
I'm more sadder and feel badder about
sadder and badder
about the girl getting cut on the bus and no one the people walked right by her.
Yeah, I mean that's another. It's another example.
A little girl,
a 23-year-old Ukrainian immigrant.
But it wasn't long ago. Just the other day, they were blocking the streets. Save Ukraine, spend all the money in the United States and save that part of the country, and which is who cares? In my case, but in their case, they're blocking the streets. They ain't even a person, and there's no argument for it right now. Where no one's arguing for her.
Well, I mean,
then Charlie gets killed, and then she's back street news.
Well, I mean, every day there's a new whodunit,
right?
And every day there's a new story. But I mean, just it's a very sad state of our country where a guy or a girl or anybody for that matter can't go to a college campus and put a tent up, have a thing called what was it called again? The turning point. Invite people. Now, if you don't like what his message is, you don't have to go. It's not mandatory. It's not like it's part of your curriculum.
Well, he's sure to get a lot of people.
Well, what does that show you? That tells you a couple things. Tells you that he's very popular and that his opinions are popular and that people, even if they don't align with what he thinks politically, they at least want to go out and see him. They want to go out and watch him debate people. He was a very good debater.
He's very smart.
And so, I mean, I don't think that, our country is in such bad shape that you're right. People going out and standing in front of a crowd, a large crowd, and having a political stance one way or the other, it looks like in today's world could get you killed.
Yep.
I mean, they tried to shoot Trump in Butler.
Yep.
I don't know. They killed the Democratic Speaker of the House of Minnesota
and his wife.
And the wife and the wife was actually the politician. The husband was just collateral damage. They killed Charlie Kirk. Where does it end? And it seems as though that it's all political. It starts political with why the person that kills you because they hate your political beliefs. And then the people that are doing the killing usually leaves some sort of message or some sort of evidence indicating that they were trans or they were in whatever they were that you opposed. That's the reason why they did it. And I just don't understand why we've become so violent. Like the African American guy who killed the Ukrainian, light rail rider. Why can't we just mind our own business? Or why can't we get into?
Yeah, but see that guy was messed up in the head, and as a society, we knew it. And we let him out each time that he'd done something stupid because the government back in the day from Obama, we stopped any money going towards mental health. So the mental health people who are sick ain't got no way to get fixed because they ain't got no money. They ain't got no insurance. So they just let them back out. They don't put them in a hospital.
Well, here is the most interesting thing about the light rail woman, the Ukrainian woman, is that in South Carolina, or in North Carolina, I should say, they have some type of rule now where the here it is right here. I'm not going to play it. I'm not going to play the stabbing, but this woman, this judge, the Ukrainian girl's boyfriend shares his a heartbreak, lashes out at the unqualified judge who let suspect walk before the Ukrainian refugee was butchered. They have a rule now in North Carolina where you don't have to be a judge, you don't have to be a lawyer, you don't have to have passed the bar
to become a judge.
They can just say, Gene Lasker,
I'm moving there.
you're a judge.
Oh, I'm going to be a judge.
She was magistrate Teresa Stokes.
So he had the same judge every time he got in trouble?
I don't think so. But
there's a bunch of idiots
just
up there.
you get one judge one time who's really a judge, and then you get another judge. I don't know.
She was the last time.
This was the most so he was incarcerated, and the last time that he got in trouble, Gene, I don't know about the other.
Wrong?
I don't know the other 12. Gene, Lummy could probably send me his rap sheet. But did I mention Glowbug at $50? I think I did.
Yes,
the first one in. But so I don't know, Gene, of the other 12 or 13 judges. We could probably go through those, and some of those were probably real judges. But this particular judge, magistrate judge Teresa Stokes, who freed DeCarlos Brown on a cashless bail 7 months before the horrific knife attack on August 22nd, she's not even a judge. She's not even a judge. She's not a lawyer. She didn't pass the bar.
So she's a DMI person?
Not that's called DEI, not
DEI?
DMI. DMI. Stokes released Brown, a career criminal with more than a dozen previous arrests in January, on a written promise to appear in future court dates. Now that stems from about 4 or 5, 6 years ago, and I think potentially the Obama administration might have allowed this to happen. And I'm not going to make.
Of course it did.
I'm not. I don't know that to be true. So I'm not going to just blurt out that Obama came up with a law that allowed cashless bonds, because I don't know that to be true. I just speculated it. But I do know that a while back, 4, 5, 6, 7 years ago, that there was sweeping legislation statewide, and it went state by state basis, that would allow criminals to not, and up until these rules and this legislation, it was from all 50 states had, if you're going to get out of jail, as you know, Gene, you've had to post bond before.
Yeah.
You gotta put 10%. You got to find a bail bondsman to sponsor you, unless it's short money.
Most of the time, you got to sign your house up.
Or something.
Yeah.
Unless it's short money, like I think Lasker, sometimes they'll even they'll like let you out on $1,000 bond.
Yeah, that way I just put my money up so I can get it back.
So anyway, there became this wave of legislation that went through the states where they took out the bail bondsman and they took out the money portion of. And what a bond does is a bond assures the fact that you're going to show up for your court date. That's what a bond does. So, that's what they hold over your head to make you come, back to court to answer your charges. And the bail bondsman then gets his money back, and you get your money back, and less fees. But there was this sweeping legislation like I said, 4, 5, 8, so many years ago, that allowed states to pass a rule that was you didn't have to. It was called the cashless bond. That's what it is. That people could just sign their name on a promissory note to the judge that they would return and answer their court date.
Yeah, we're going to give that to criminals.
Yeah, we're going to give that to a guy that's been arrested 13 times prior. Stokes released Brown, a career criminal with more than a dozen previous arrests, in January. So just what, 7, 8 months ago?
Yep.
In January, on a written promise to appear at a future court date. The Ukrainian woman who was living with I think this is the boyfriend. The Nika, these names, man. Nikolakasi, who was living with his love in Charlotte for the past year and was described as to the girl's life partner in her obituary, also changed his Instagram bio to a mushroom emoji, a favorite symbol of him and his girlfriend, and a broken heart. The family revealed that they had first feared something was wrong when she didn't arrive home in time, and her phone location alerted that she was still at the station. This is the scumbag right here who said he heard voices. And by the way, Carlos Brown, age junior, has 14 prior arrests and was out on a cashless bail bond at the time of the murder. That night, she texted her boyfriend that she would be home soon. Upon arriving at the station, they were devastated to learn that she had died at the scene. The woman fled the war in Ukraine in August of 22, along with her mother and 2 younger siblings. But in just 3 years, had built strong foundations in the U.S. See, these are the immigrants that we want. Like, I don't want to shut the border down on letting good people in. Good people that, in fact, I think, didn't she have 2 jobs? 2?
Yes, yeah.
2 jobs. She worked at a pizzeria and then
at a listed assisted living facility.
And an old person's home during the day, a pizzeria at night. Those are exactly the people we want in our country. People, when you come into our country, we should first say, do you want to work? See, do you want to? Okay, more than 100 people came from the assisted living facility where she used to work. In one of her first jobs to pay respects, with buses being arranged with the residents to make it to the proceedings. So anyway, it's just like this poor woman was killed by a monster that was let out. Do you have a picture of the tree? Can you send me a picture of the Teresa Stokes girl? Because I saw a picture of her and like 6 other women. All women, by the way, that were like this group of non-judges, non-lawyers that were Charlotte, North Carolina magistrates that I guess you sign up through some type of program and pass a test or something like that, and now you can become a magistrate in North Carolina. Are you telling me the judicial system is that backed up that you can't have good, kick-ass judges that went to law school, that were lawyers first, that maybe private practiced law for a decade or so, then ran publicly and was voted? I mean, it's my understanding that all judges, for the most part, except federal judges that are appointed by the president and other judge, on the various highest of levels, but on your local circuit level, unless like a judge, a local guy either resigns, has bad behavior, or dies, and then the governor comes in and appoints one for the remaining portion of that guy's term. But it's an elected position that you have to win through, voting. The public votes for the judges. And I don't know And then when judges are appointed, it's because they've been judges so long and they are been such a good judge that, federally they're appointed by a president or somebody to be a federal judge, but that's only after they've done, 15, 20 years on the state side, and they've become the rock stars as judges. They've made good rulings. They've had hardly any appeals. They're fair. The public likes them, and then that's potentially where you get into your federal judge, appointship. Did you find the picture of her?
I'm looking for it because there's some people that have taken an AI one, so I'm just trying to find.
Yeah, I saw her in her robe with like 4 or 5. I think a couple of the girls were African American.
Is she African American?
Yes.
Imagine that.
Well, I mean, you saying that she being African American would
That's how she got in from the DEI.
And do you think that might have been a contributing factor as to why she let this guy go? Because he was a black guy?
She don't know well, that too.
I think it's the one you want.
Yeah, but
Yeah, but Yes, this is exactly it. Magistrate judges releasing violent criminals
what
without...
do you see there?
Without...
All black people.
I was going to say women.
That too.
But... And... Is that a man or a woman?
That's a woman.
So
I hope so.
Could you imagine going against her?
Well, I mean,
as a white guy,
I just find it very.
She hates white people. Look at her.
Which one?
The one with the bald head.
She probably does hate white people. I think Gene, there's a percentage that they all hate white people.
Neil Malplaisir, $20. How about it?
Magistrate judges releasing violent criminals without bail often aren't even judges.
Lawyers.
No, Gene, judges. I'm sorry, lawyers. You're right, lawyers. Aren't even lawyers.
And that's impossible.
I know. So how do you even know the law? How do you even know the law and how to interpret the law if you've not studied the law? I mean, that'd be like saying, hey, let's get on this Spirit airline. Don't worry about those 2 black girls up front. They'd never flown a plane in the world, but ever.
Yeah.
They're not pilots.
But they want to be.
But they're interested in it.
All right, let's go.
Let's go. I mean, the judicial system is, not as deadly as 2 people flying an airplane that don't know what they're doing.
It was this time.
But it can be.
Yep.
I mean, it can be if you don't know anything about the law. Judge Teresa Stokes and the magistrate judge who released the violent criminal that murdered the Ukrainian refugee never passed the bar, and there is no evidence that she completed law school. Magistrates in North Carolina, South Carolina, West Virginia, Texas, and Arizona aren't required to be lawyers to serve. I thought
that is crazy.
Fundamentally, that is the absolute, at the bare minimum, what you have to be a judge. You've got to be a lawyer, so you know the law.
I thought you had to work on both sides of the lawyers, too. You had to be for the public, and then you had to work for the state.
Often, Gene, they will see how much time you were as a public defender.
Yeah.
Like you're not...
That works your way up.
And they but inevitably, Gene, and this being, I think, the Tampa Bay being the 13th Circuit, Pinellas County being the 6th Circuit, but on the state level, you got to run in the general election against somebody. As soon as you pass the bar, to become a lawyer.
So North Carolina people voted them in.
No, nobody voted. I don't know how they got in.
Oh, okay, they just got in.
I mean, can you somehow do if North Carolina, South Carolina, West Virginia, Texas, and Arizona have magistrates that are not lawyers, then how do these non-lawyers get to be judges?
It says it's appointed by the clerk of Superior Court who nominated by the senior resident Superior Court judge.
So,
Jesus, that's an idiot right there.
All right,
too.
so what happens, Gene, is you have your main judge, who's a real judge, okay? He's a real judge, and he has an assistant, or she has an assistant, right, Lummy?
Yes.
And then that assistant of the main judge...
Picks them out.
Of the superior judge, I guess goes and just picks him out.
Well, she was black.
Well, it
Gene,
says
we
it's
don't know
supposed to say it's not elected but
I'd be
nominated
willing
for
to bet
office.
everything in my pocket.
Gene, let me don't
It
interrupt.
says
Let me.
that this process ensures that they are appointed based on their qualifications and the requirements set by the state.
Which can you dig deeper into see what that would be?
Yes.
Now I will tell you this: magistrates on the federal level, a lot of times federal judges have such a workload that they have a judge, a very, very, very accomplished judge underneath them that's kind of their assistant, and it's called their magistrate, and they have all the powers that the judge has, and they keep a lot of the workload off of the federal judges. But these magistrates on the federal level, they are longtime tenured judges. Like they might have been a judge in Hillsborough County for 20 years, and then they go on to be a federal magistrate. That's a very decorated and good job and high-ranking job, to do as well. Also, some of these federal magistrate or even federal judges, they get in the system by, one, going to law school, usually a very prestigious one like Harvard or Yale or something like that, and then they'll go clerk for a United States Supreme Court judge. And so, and when you clerk for a United States Supreme Court judge, you basically do all of their research for them. So, being a clerk on the federal level of the Supreme Court is a very prestigious job too. Like, Gene, I know a federal judge that clerked like 10 years for a Supreme Court judge, and when you clerk for them, you're basically looking up all the all the lawsuits that are on your desk.
You're practicing.
You do all the research for the for the judge.
Yeah.
So that you lay it all out, and then the judge goes by what you've laid out because you've done all the legwork. Clerking for a Supreme Court judge may sound not so prestigious, but it is very prestigious and very, very, very accredited.
To be eligible, you have to work at least 8 years experience as a clerk in the Superior Court of the state and have a 4-year degree or a 2-year degree with 4 years of work experience.
So you just had to clerk in their local municipality, have a college degree, and have clerked within their little superior or municipality deal, having been there 10 years, and then they can just rubber stamp you now as a judge.
Yes.
You were never a lawyer, and you never passed the bar. Going to law school and passing and getting your diploma from the Stetson or any of these law schools, that's hard. But the bar, there are many people that have passed law school that never became a lawyer because they couldn't pass the bar. The bar, which is the test that all lawyers have to take to become accredited lawyers, is very, very, very hard. A lot of judges don't. Of course, Dan passed it on the first time. Susan Poitras, $100. How about that? See you at Bart, buddy.
So being a clerk is just like being a probate for a club.
So, Gene, if you were
they tell you what to do and what they get and what they don't like and what they do like, and go grab me some coffee while you're at it. And 4 years from now, I'm gonna let you be a judge. Ha ha ha.
I got some inside information. The killer in the light rail murder comes from a family of degenerates. His dad and brother are both career felons.
Oh.
There's a deeper issue with the Stokes girl. She is married to a woman who runs a non-profit for substance abuse program. Stokes was sentencing people to that program. So Stokes, this woman, this here, I'll bring her picture back here. And I think is she this one?
No, I think she's the one with the blonde hair.
This one?
No,
this one?
That one.
All right. So Stokes, whichever woman Stokes is in this, 6-person on African American woman ensemble that Gene calls DMI, she is married to, or her partner is a woman that runs a substance abuse program, and it's my inside intel, which, by the way, thank you so much. This guy gives me so much. Former Leo, former federal agent, retired now, listens to the show. He's my man, and a lot of times he'll give me some inside information. But so the Stokes woman, who is this, not really a judge, but appointed to be one because she lives in one of these states where has this little loophole. Her wife, whoever she's married to, is a woman who runs a nonprofit substance abuse program, or owns one, I should say. And the Stokes woman has a big time record of sentencing people that come in front of her to that program, which is just putting money in her wife's pocket.
Oh, yeah.
That's how it all works.
I wouldn't hire any black lady that has an identity problem, doesn't know who she is.
Well, Gene, I don't know what that means.
Well,
Seth,
she got
Seth,
blonde
a lot
hair.
of times your genes,
Black people don't come out with
a lot of
blonde
times,
hair.
Seth, your genes, what Gene meant to say, union rep. Can you help me out at all?
I think he's speaking about he would only accept an all-natural black woman. Is
Right,
that-
one that cares about herself and is good with who she is, good with her own skin, and
Doesn't dye her hair blonde.
exactly.
And doesn't hate white people? Would that be your first question, Gene, to an African-American potential judge?
What problem you got with white people?
Well, I don't have any problem.
Well, I'll be asking her.
No, I was
Oh, you asking her?
We were doing role play there.
Well, why don't you?
Well,
They slaved you. You think they did? They thought they did.
All right,
we
it's
read
really-
they did.
What a move. Why, I don't hate white people, but you should. And here's a list of reasons why.
Wow. Well, I mean, I wasn't even prepared for that angle. I wasn't even prepared for that.
You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
If you want 24/7 on-demand Bubba and the crew, go to BubbaArmyHQ.com. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be back after this.
Hey, this is Mark Roberge from OAR, and you're listening to the best of the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Broadcasting live from the Aquabito Studios, aquabito.com/Bubba. It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Two lawsuits today against Heather Clem and her ex-husband, Bubba the Love Sponge.
You did what? You let your wife have sex with Hogan? I was like, well, how the hell did somebody get a hold of that tape?
And you didn't know you'd been videoed?
No, I had no idea there was a camera set up.
The video somehow got into the hands of Gawker Media.
Who the hell leaked this?
Right. Now you say,
That's
listen,
the problem.
I guess he feels you leaked it.
Are you stupid?
At that point, I knew it was over.
Like him or not, Bubba the Love Sponge is one of the most famous people the Bay Area has ever produced.
Bubba's been named DJ of the Year by Billboard magazine.
We were #1 by far.
Bubba was constantly getting in trouble.
Bubba admits to being fired from 4 radio stations for outrageous behavior.
And he was never afraid to pick fights with local politicians.
News channels reported his best friend leaked the tape.
The allegation that Bubba was the one that released this tape is ludicrous.
When we lost the contract with
Let me trying to shut us down.
Look at that.
Jesus.
I think it's serious. They just paused it right on their logo.
Straight bumper. Just a straight bump. It doesn't matter. Oh, my God.
Right when it was getting good, too.
And Macho Man, like has more internet coming. We have more bandwidth than most any company I know. Like, I just don't understand it.
Give it another whirl.
Maybe kind of put it back there.
Yeah.
When we lost the contract with.
Oh, no.
There's so many people just watching it right now.
We probably have so many people. We're probably just using so much bandwidth up in the building.
We should have that thing downloaded.
Yeah, I mean, we should. I mean, it's.
I used to have one of them little screens right there with the little buttons on the side. Fit with the little doggy.
Macho, what? I got Do I have just too much open for my computer? Like, am I just maxed out?
I'm hopping on. Hang on.
Oh, no. What's he got to do to get the internet to go faster?
Is ludicrous.
When we lost the contract with...
Boom, back in there.
And like, why would it stop right?
Tape is ludicrous.
When we lost the contract with SiriusXM.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Oh, no. Look at Tom.
Macho Man might have flipped a switch.
Got us a hair
more.
There started to be some resentment.
Let's work together.
Might as well keep the mics on. By the way, this is the trailer of Video Killed the Radio Star. You can go to videokilledtheradiostarmovie.com. That's the link tree for you to buy it on 3 different platforms: Apple TV, Amazon, Google Play. I have all of those also up, Lummy, on our Facebook. We're just going to be just absolutely pounding you all weekend long for you to try to go for you to go buy this. I think the average Bubba Army fan's going to love it. I think the average wrestling fan's going to love it. And I think just people in general that, likes, scandals and big whodunits and screw jobs are going to like it too. It has an interesting twist.
Let's get Bubba off the mic.
What's that?
You think?
Yeah. Supposedly, by the way, Lummy, I think I got Roger Stone for like $8.40 on Monday. And he is, now that it's out, he's going to get it to Donald Trump.
Oh, great.
Roger Stone said, he calls Donald Trump 47. He goes, I'm going to get this to 47 on Monday. Can you imagine if Trump would watch this and comment about it on Truth Social? Oh, my God.
They tried to get me, but they got Sponge.
It was just like, what do we have to do to kill this motherfucker?
And you know what, Lummy? They did kill me.
Little Warber's Afterbirth, $100.
I mean, they killed me.
You've been on life support for 15 years.
I have.
We're not pulling the plug.
$20, Greg did a little upload.
We're actually starting to get a heartbeat, Seth. They're taking us off life support. We're actually able to, we're starting
to grip this is going to change your life.
I hope so. I think it's going to change my life for the certainly
better. Yeah.
Here's the deal. It certainly can't hurt it.
No.
I mean, you can't hurt.
No,
you can't hurt the damage that my stupidity has done on my own. But what this can do is it can take a portion of people that hate me, that just absolutely with vitriol hate me, and can show you an honest side of something that you probably think that I am 100% a scumbag for.
Right.
And
they're going to find out that you really wasn't.
Well, I really was in some instances, but
but barely the instance.
But here's the deal, man. It just goes to show you in this area, I am so hated. And not necessarily by the people. I'm not hated by the average guy that's right now driving his F250 to work right now, and he's watching us on YouTube or Facebook. I'm not hated by that guy. I'm often they're like, whatever happened to Bubba? He used to be on my radio.
Greg Deleplo, $20.
Thank you. Now he's on. I think he's on AM 820. But largely most people, terrestrial people in Tampa, don't know where I am.
Even the shooter for Charlie got some hoorays.
I don't think the shooter from Charlie Kirk has been.
Yeah, you seen it? People jumped up and go, yeah.
Oh yeah, I did. I put it on my X. I actually want to play some of those, and it just pisses me off. I hope every one of them gets doxxed, and I hope every one of them loses their job. And it has nothing to do with my political affiliation. It has everything to do with you know what? Can you show an ounce of class? We
lost all that.
This is social media. I mean, there's plenty of people that are happy that are not going and posting TikToks about it.
Absolutely. And you have that right. If you're like, you know what, I don't like that guy, because for whatever reason he was too much of a Bible banger, and he judged gay people, or he just he was an absolute purist when it came to the Bible, and that usually doesn't jive with some people, but they keep it to themselves, or they talk to their friends about it in a private type setting. They're not doing TikTok videos and Instagram videos and making an ass out of themselves. And there's so many people that celebrated Charlie Kirk's death. Well, don't think on a smaller scale. There's a lot of people, and it's not the consumer. It's the people in the business. It's the people that work at iHeart. It's the people that work at Beasley. It's certainly the people that work at Cox. They did most of this. They did all of this. They all hate me because they cannot straight up beat me. If I would get lucky and fortunate enough to get back on a major radio station in Tampa in the mornings, it would be over.
Yeah.
It would be absolutely over. It would be like bringing Tom Brady to the Bucs when all they needed was a quarter. When all they needed from winning the championship was Tom Brady. But you're all a bunch of dicks. And a lot of it's my fault, but a lot of it's being controlled by people that absolutely orchestrated this whole thing.
Hogan knows Bubba didn't sell that tape, didn't give that tape away. It was stolen from him.
This conduct is rife with criminal activity.
Here, former U.S. attorney. We did this documentary isn't a big propaganda job to clear my name, because all through this documentary, I say listen, yes, I did that. Yes, I did this. I was an idiot for doing that. In fact, in the whole documentary, I think I'm the only guy that takes responsibility for what I did. Everybody else got away scot-free because I'm the bad guy. I'm the loudmouth. And they don't want that guy around.
The feds have videotapes of it where Hulk Hogan was in a room next to it and money is being offered for the tape.
Keith Davidson calls David Houston, who's Hulk Hogan's personal attorney, to tell him that they have these DVDs and they want $300,000.
You have a case on a silver platter served to the prosecutor.
How did they get his cooperation? What leverage did they have? Keith Davidson doesn't get charged. He knows Cohen. Cohen miraculously flips. Cohen testifies against Trump. How do we get there? Pull the string. Bubba?
Man, oh man, how did you get mixed up with that?
I know.
That's
people
just
don't realize,
bad luck, bro.
People don't realize it's like this just wasn't getting Bubba thrown off Tampa radio.
No, man.
And that's what it started out.
That's people getting federal offenses cleared.
But here's the deal, man. This was only supposed to kill me. And then the Fed said, oh, my God, we can use this sex tape to put leverage on Keith Davidson to flip.
Right.
And give us all the information.
You were just a pawn.
The Feds can't go in to a judge. Let me just give you this information. The FBI can't go into a federal judge and say, hey, listen, we want a warrant to go into Michael Cohen's 2 offices in New York and just take his computers and take everything he's got electronically and then start skimming through it to see what type of interaction and negotiations he did on behalf of Donald Trump to this guy named Keith Davidson, because we think there might have been some shady stuff. The judge is like, I'm not going to give you an open-ended fishing expedition. You have to come back and tell me exactly what you're looking for and exactly where it's at. So what they do is they tell Keith Davidson, hey, buddy, remember that little sex tape back in Tampa? Yeah. Where we didn't process you? Yeah. We got 5 years of the statute of limitations left on it. We can tomorrow indict you in the Middle District Court of Tampa, Florida, and put you in prison for extortion. But if you can give us every correspondence that you've had with Michael Cohen, so that when we go to a judge, we go, listen, we're looking for this, we're looking for that, we're looking for this, we're looking for that. This bam, 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 bam. And we know that Cohen has it because we got it on the other side. If I email Seth Kushner and the feds come to me and said, we're going to put you in jail unless you can give us all your correspondence between Seth Kushner. They don't even need Seth Kushner. They just go right to the judge and say, we know Kushner's got these things because here's Bubba's side of the story. We got all of Bubba's emails, so we know Kushner's got them. And if he deleted them, well, that even makes him look more guilty. So the judge granted them a warrant to go look for specifically. Remember a part of the documentary, Lummy, where Brent goes, unless a federal judge has a first-person account of what they're looking for, they're not going to grant you a warrant.
Yes.
That's what he meant.
Oh.
I mean, this thing goes to the highest level. My little old sex tape was also not only used to kill me, but attempted to kill. I mean, we just lost a political pundit, a political talking head in Charlie Kirk. And they did that by physically killing him. They tried to use Video Killed the Radio Star. They tried to use my sex tape to kill Donald Trump in an electronic type way. It goes hand in hand. I mean, you can physically kill somebody, bam, 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 or you can electronically kill them. On both situations, they go away. And that's what this was used for. And nobody up until the documentary people, Woltz Films, up until Woltz Films contacted me and read the Hogan versus Cox lawsuit. Why do you think Cox, who is they're owned by Apollo Global, and let me, if you would do a search on what Apollo Global's worth is, I think it's 400 to 500. Maybe, I don't know, maybe, I thought maybe they were worth like 600 million, but they could be in the billions. Oof. And it's just, you don't want, and they set depositions to start, and listen, if you're Apollo Global, you saw what happened to Gawker, right? This is the same lawsuit, except instead of who published it, it's who leaked it. Same lawsuit, right?
Yep.
Probably the same outcome. You've already tried it one time and won convincingly to the point where the jury, they actually in part of the documentary, they actually interview the jurors. And the jurors are like, hey, it didn't matter whether Hogan knew about the camera or not. That's an invasion of privacy. Well, the leaking is right along the lines of what
and their guys was involved in it.
Their guys did it.
So
Matt Lloyd was employed by Cox when he ripped it off from me.
Yep.
And Mike Couch is still there today. So what do? They fire me and they promote the guy that they end up finding out who leaked it. And they write, allegedly, what I've been told, a $52 million check for Hulk Hogan.
Boom.
What's Apollo Global worth?
They're in the billions. Let's see. They had 26 in revenue, operating income $7 billion, assets $377 billion.
Whoa,
billions.
Yeah, assets under management $840 billion. Total equity for $31 billion.
So I mean, nearly a $1 billion corporation to write a $52 million check to make this go away. It's not a big deal.
No.
Phew.
I'm telling you, you're just scratching the surface.
It doesn't take a rocket science in this case to know something happened, and it all started right here with Bubba.
And there's the downstream.
Boom, 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 boom.
Those are the people. And
Who's
these
brought up there?
And these two right here, that's Stormy Daniels.
Oh, yeah.
These two right here are the two biggest scumbags.
Right there.
And
yeah.
this guy works for iHeart Insight Sales, and this guy right here took my job and has had it for 13 years. I don't know if it's going to change my life. I really don't. I didn't participate in it. I don't have any ownership of it, but I'm honored that Waltz Films did such a great job. I think we would all agree that they did a good job.
Every minute of it just kept you looking. What's next? Where? What? And then more. And then what? More? What?
So Lummy, if you go to Google Play, I've went back and I've gone back and just made sure it was available on all of our platforms. I do know I can't get it to come up on Apple TV desktop, but I can get it to come up on Apple TV phone, and I can get it to come up on Apple TV. But for some reason, I cannot get it to come up on Apple TV desktop when you type in "Video Killed the Radio Star Movie." I just can't. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong or not. But I can, if you, and you don't even have to have Amazon Prime. As long as you have Amazon, just go to Amazon.com. Here's what the front page of Amazon.com looks like. And to the very left here, you'll see all types of subsections. You scroll down to movies and TV. I'm clicking this. And then you type in, let me show you here. Video Killed the Radio Star Movie. Video Killed the Radio. What?
Doggies.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Nope, there it is. I just had to refresh it. There it is. Video Killed the Radio Star Movie. All right, boom.
What's the flame job up there?
But when it says, let me ask you a question. When it says Prime Video, does that mean that it might be involved, like if you have a Prime membership, it might be free?
No, because that would be like if you could rent it. It just puts it in your Prime. It goes to your Prime app.
Oh, it knows that I have a Prime account, and it throws it over to my Prime account. Is that what it does?
Yeah, Prime's just a part of Amazon.
Okay. And then on Google Play, if you go to Google Play, and you'll get this front page, and then you type in, I'm just going to do this one time today so everybody can see Video Killed the Radio Star Movie. Let's see if it comes up. Bam. Right. It shows a couple more. Don't buy any of this stuff. You can see down here, Lummy.
Right there.
And it's only $12.99. Amazon's trying to get you for $19. Google Play's going to give it to you for $13.
Look at that, and a 5-star already.
One 5-star. Should I click on it and see?
One review.
One review. Fantastic. We got one review. I don't know why they picked that. This girl here has talked bad about me. Remember? She's like, he's disgusting, bad vibes.
Oh, is that the
from the wrestler?
Yeah.
When you guys went to the wrestling outside and got people's opinion of me.
Yeah. Why'd they pick her?
I don't know why they picked her. I know that the guys that made the video didn't pick her. And on Apple TV, Lummy, you can get it. I just can't quite figure it out. So. We have a link tree up on our Facebook page, up on our Instagram page, up on our X page. If you go to X or Instagram or Facebook, you'll see right there. There's a link page, all of which are by the way, all of our domains are at the Bubba Army, and you'll be able to link right into which whenever you want, whether you want the Google Play, you want the Apple TV, or you want the Amazon. Here's Lasker, who feels he was the best dressed person at the premiere.
All the fans even say it. I don't even have to.
It's between you and Babyface.
How? Babyface. Babyface looks like a character from Las Vegas on the cheapest card table in the place. It's the card table in the corner when you're walking out and you got your last $5 because you pissed off because you lost $400, but you got $5 and you're going to try to play one more time. And that was that guy. And that's how he was dressed.
And you...
How do you feel?
I'm dressed like you got to have $100,000 bills to play on my table.
He was
a $5 table.
I will tell you, your wife is stunning. She looks beautiful. I was a little concerned because I know your wife gets anxiety around large.
She was so bad.
Well,
she was so. It was.
Let's talk about this. So early on, when I see her, she's great.
Well, she was nervous as hell.
She was. Well, I know, but she was great, and I told her, "Thank you, Sarah." Because last Friday you were on energy drinks and just shot out of a cannon. You're fairly manageable today, but last Friday, oh my God, you were just on fire. It was like I was babysitting, doing a show, but having to babysit a grown man.
Oh, sorry, you had to do your job.
One of the best shows I've heard in years.
Thank you, Seth Kushner.
Gene, where'd you get that?
What's that?
Where'd you find that?
Find what?
You got an energy
listen,
drink.
you're a nibbler like me. We're on the bottom. We're down the hill.
You're a nibbler like me.
You're the bottom of the show.
Oh,
guy
hold
like
on. That
me.
was my Monster Rehab. That lemonade one. I was saving that.
Oh no, that's
if you were saving it, it'd be in your refrigerator next to you.
That's like a Celsius on steroids.
Oh, I know. So anyway, I actually saw Sarah there. Sarah last Friday. Sarah blew in a couple texts and told him to calm down. And so I heard about
She
that.
said, kick it out of gear.
That's what she said. Kick it out of gear. And I took Sarah aside. I said, Sarah, thank you so much for trying to help me with him. She goes, I know sometimes he's a handful, but he loves you and he wants to be there and he's just trying to make the show better. I said, he does all of that. I'm so appreciative, but you know as well as I do that sometimes he's like a wild Tasmanian devil. And she's like, I know. I blew in a couple texts, and I said, I think they helped. Thank you very much.
Just let him roam the countryside free, Bubba.
And be a nibbler?
Just be a little nibbler that he is, yes.
Jason Lindquist, $10.
So let's talk about this.
Oh, boy.
So, Gene, I don't know who's doing Gene's AI or...
Doing a good job, though.
Well...
I like that dude, man. I'm going to use that dude on my sign right in my garage.
Okay, Gene.
Grumpy Gators garage.
So somebody, back when Hogan died, somebody photoshopped Gene, this guy, next to Hogan in the hospital, and Gene put it up on his Facebook page.
Are you guys friends with Gene on Facebook? Because I am. That's why I can see his stuff. I mean, are you guys... Well, Lummy, you're not on Facebook, right?
No.
So, Bubba, are you friends with... I don't think you're friends with Lasker. I mean, I'm not trying to...
I mean, Gene doesn't follow the Bubba Army page.
Gene, you don't...
Gene, come on.
So there's the problem, Gene. You don't follow the at the Bubba Army.
I come in every Friday. That's following.
No, it's not.
I mean,
all right, Gene. But if you're gonna want me to play stories from your, and get and
I didn't know
and,
I had to hit a bunch of buttons for you to play something.
You've got to follow me.
Evidently, I follow you somehow because I had your stuff moved this weekend, now didn't I?
Gene. Yes.
So of course I seen the Merch Cricks crying the blues and nobody was helping.
That was the Merch Cricks Facebook.
He does have a post about that as well, Bubba.
I know, but that's the Merch Cricks Facebook.
Even Gary can't find it. Gene,
you gotta. Gene, let me go to words.
Dude, you gotta be friends with. I'm friends with Gene. How am I the only one that sees this?
That's all that matters to me, man.
We can't
the rest
be
of y'all
friends with
don't worry about it.
So you're saying as long as you got Seth, that's all you need?
Yeah, he's on the top shelf.
Okay.
If you love that segment, then check out BubbaArmyHQ.com and do a deep dive on past shows. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be right back.
Now, back to the best of Bubba. If you haven't noticed we left, then please disregard this message. Broadcasting live from the Aquabito studios, aquabito.com/Bubba. It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
813-90-BUBBA, 813-902-8222. Phone line's packed. Might go to those here momentarily. Stand by. So let's move on from the Lasker.
Can I ask you one more thing about Facebook? There was an ad on there, and it says, Patriots, time's up. We got to come together. Put your name and number here.
No.
Should I sign up?
No.
If you're looking to join a militia.
If you're looking to get have somebody hack into your...
Kinda. Oh, I don't want to hack, but I want to join up.
Probably somebody trying to... fish.
So maybe it's the real guys.
No, it's not. Listen, if you want to become part of a militia... then go to where the militia are having their demonstrations and ask to join. I don't think the militia is going to be using electronic means to sign people up.
Mike Durman, $50 for black limo drivers.
That's where all the real patriots are, Bubba.
Ryan and Chu, $2. Gene Lasker golf cart fund. Everyone said we forgot about how Gene hired a black limo driver.
Oh, yeah. So,
that's how he's not racist.
And his dog is
I got
black.
2 black guys that work for me.
And they're the best workers you have.
And the one guy's got the keys in my place.
Right.
Yeah, good guy.
If I give a black guy keys to my place, I mean, how can I be racist?
That's another one. I'm not racist. I got a black dog, and if I gave a black guy who works for me keys to my business, how am I racist?
Exactly.
Good friend of ours, friend of the show. He's going to start reappearing, having a really tough time with Charlie Kirk's death. Charlie Kirk was very instrumental in getting Alex started. Alex explains that on last night's Alex Stein show.
Time, obviously, after my mom passed away, and I was going to city council meetings, and I was just like, I mean, some of them were getting some views and stuff, not that many views, maybe 10, 20,000 views, which is good for me. I was pumped at the time. But I went and I did this heartbeat bill speech where I said, you know, I'm so mad that you guys are, you know, outlawing abortion basically because it's, you know, only it's the most foolproof form of contraception, and, you know, I don't want a bunch of baby mamas. And I was like, just saying all these repugnant things that a pro-choicer says, you know, clump of cells, like all of the keywords. And it got shared. The first person that made it go viral was Charlie. Charlie shared it on one of his, I think it was like Rumble at first, or maybe it was YouTube, I forget, but I remember that popped off. And I was like, what the hell? This on Charlie Kirk's account got 1 million views? I was like, what? And that's what set off the light bulb in my head. I'm like, man, I need to kind of do this like kind of culture jam, kind of like pretend that I'm the crazy person that I'm trying to make fun of. And so if it wasn't for Charlie, even him not even realizing just the effect that he had by sharing my content and letting his audience see who I was before he even knew who I was.
Let me, who's been the most popular person that's ever shared some of our stuff? I don't know that we actually, I don't know. I think everything we've been viral on really didn't get shared by anybody that popular. We just did it on our own. I don't think you and Gary would know.
I mean, there's been a couple times here and there, like a Kevin Nash, Chris Jericho.
Really?
Craig DiLipolo, $20.
Was instrumental in the little bit of success that I've had. And Charlie probably doesn't even know that. And then, you know, he decides to say, hey, Alex, I'm going to let you be a, you know, turning point influencer. Or I forget what it was called. I mean, it sounds crazy, but
Andrew Tate shared it.
I was so excited.
What's that?
Andrew Tate was, yeah, that got us a lot at one time.
Oh, yeah, the Andrew Tate gimmick.
To be a part of Turning Point. And
I saw a clip of Andrew Tate yesterday and said, if you don't have trolls and you're not getting sued and people don't hate you,
no one knows you,
then you're not a real man.
Wow.
And he goes, real men get sued, real men get jailed, real men get blacklisted, real men get canceled.
Talk about a clump of cells.
And then I was like, wow, you know what? I check all those boxes. I'm a real man. I have to, he goes, real men have trolls. Real men are those that people try to cancel. I'm like, man, I was ready to go out and start doing some calisthenics. I was like, I'm a goddamn real man.
Now he just needs you to send him some money for his defense fund, Bubba.
Yeah.
I had some controversial people on my podcast, and very easily he could have canceled me for that. And I told him I didn't know about the previous heat, and Charlie believed me, and he gave me a second chance when he did not have to.
What do you mean Charlie believed me? He was lying?
No, but I guess Alex might have had somebody that didn't align with what Charlie's views are, and Charlie could have kicked him off the Turning Point tour. You got to understand when Alex, these Turning Point things are quite profitable, and so Alex would make, $3-4 grand every time he would do one. So it was really good money. It was great for Alex's brand. But if the guy who organizes the event and invented the event and owns the event, sees that you have somebody on your show that, is, pro-choice and thinks abortion's, good. And, listen, Charlie Kirk was an absolute to the letter, like evangelical Christian, like your wife, and so Alex had some questionable guests on his shows over the years, and Charlie could have just canceled Alex and said, hey, that doesn't align with what we're doing at Turning Point, and canceled Alex, but he never did. He believed in Alex. And when Alex said, hey, I didn't know
Well, it seemed like the Charlie guy liked people to come and at him that were
but not people that are working for him, not people that Turning Point just didn't. Gene, here's the thing: they would set up a tent at a very liberal or just any colleges which tend to skew liberal, and then people would come up and debate him. But it wouldn't be just Charlie. Like they'd have like Alex on from 1 till 3.
Oh, I see.
And then there would be like there was like
so
3.
Alex was been before him.
Yeah,
and then he had the wrong guys on there.
Charlie would be the main event.
Riley Gaines has done stuff before.
Yeah, so let me give you something you'll be able to understand. Like Alex Stein would have been like one of the heat races.
Okay.
You got 3 or 4 heat races, then you got a B main, then you got what? The A main. So you got 4 or 5 different programs. You get 4 or 5 different speakers throughout the day, and then the main speaker was always Charlie. So and Alex got. I think rank and file. I think Alex was one of the people that were right before Charlie. Like he had primetime real estate.
Yes. Yeah.
So but Charlie, knew that Alex didn't. If he'd have these controversial guests on, that he wouldn't blame that on Alex. He would just learn that Alex didn't necessarily know what the guy was going to say. It's kind of like the excuse that you have with you. If somebody was to try to boycott, the show or pull their advertising, I'd be like, listen, I can't control Lasker. I can only try to keep him in his lane. He doesn't work for the show. I don't pay him. He's his own man. He can quit at any time. He doesn't need the money. And so then he doesn't really work for me. He works for himself. And so that's kind of what we use with you, Gene.
Right.
And for that, I was so thankful. And then, fast forward 2-3 years later, I'm, planning on going on my second college tour for Turning Point this semester, which is obviously not going to happen, but I will.
Here's the thing. I think it could happen as long as they control where they have it. And most universities, even the smaller ones, I think their basketball or their, arena facility, gathering facility is at least on the smaller end of like Division II schools and stuff. Like I remember when I visited Indiana Central, which is now the University of Indianapolis, for a potential football scholarship. Me and Larry Plummer, they offered Larry a scholarship, not me. But I mean, where they played basketball, fit like 3,500 people. And that would be, at that point, you're like, you lock it for, hey, listen, we only have 3,500 capacity. You could probably put more on the floor. So a 3,500 seat venue for basketball.
Do you think colleges are eager to bring that on campus and have to bring Secret Service and security? And
That's where you're hitting it. That's what I didn't consider. You're exactly right, Seth. It's not the fact that maybe Turning Point wants to cancel and move it inside and metal detect people and things like that. But you're right, Seth. Take the root of who the host is, and do they want that drama? You know what? You're dead on. Dead on. So Turning Point probably does get canceled, not based on they could figure out a more secure way to do it. It goes to the universities are like, we don't want that on our tab, right?
I think there'll still be places for them to go. I just don't know if it's going to be as prevalent as it was before.
Or it might have to be off campus at a venue, like the Yingling Center or something like that, like not on campus, so the campus can kind of disassociate themselves from it.
Yeah.
I think that would be the only way. But, has it lost its luster now, or will people want to go now and support the cause? Like, Americans are so fickle. You don't know what direction do they go. If you fine tune Turning Point to where it's off site and it's inside of a venue that you can control and metal detect, does Americans go and support what Charlie built, or do they say I'm done? See, like you don't really know.
I think there's definitely going to be people that I think it's going to continue.
Yeah, they got a strong following.
Yeah,
and strong leaders.
I think you're right, Seth, in the fact that I think a lot of colleges are going to say, hey, nah, we don't want.
They got idiots there.
I'd be like, hey, do you want to do a virtual debate? We'll throw you up on the big screen, but I don't know, man.
You know what? That's another possibility.
Yeah.
I mean, that is another possibility. Virtual. But, then again, that, I don't know.
It's too soon, I think, to figure out.
I think
smoke the telephone pole and break the electric.
We haven't even found the guy who did it yet.
Well, I don't know. They're saying that Trump's saying that
they got him.
They got him.
Well, find me that story.
Go speak at a college again. I don't know when that will be, but I'm not going to let this stop me, because I know that if Charlie would have lived, which we all were praying for him to live, Charlie would go back to a college campus, because Charlie was fearless. He was bold, and I want to emulate that boldness, so I'm not going to be in fear, and I'm not going to be scared to go to a college campus.
It's going to be interesting to see how this all unfolds. And you're saying now, Lummy, that they indeed...
Yeah, Trump's on Fox and Friends. I'm trying to...
Right now?
Yeah, he's like live in person too, so I'm trying to...
oh, boy.
Get it to me. I mean,
I sent you... I'm just trying to find where he actually said it.
Well, no, just
I did. I sent you the live stream.
Yeah, I need the live stream.
All right, TMZ's got nothing, and we know.
Well, they're busy watching car chases.
They normally scoop the scoop.
Yeah.
Well, okay, let me. Here we go. I'm hitting. I'm trying.
Why don't you yell at Fox like you yelled at me?
I'm.
You just gotta leave it. I mean, but they're supposed to play. There might be your browser, which that's a macho. Macho's got.
Y'all ain't following me, man.
Gene, shut up. Just shut up.
To turn them in. Well, it was a minister.
There you go.
And the minister went to a minister who was involved with law enforcement, by the way. And his good friend is a top U.S. Marshal.
They're saying he got him in. The headlines: we have Kurt suspect in custody.
A father got involved, namely his father, and said, "We got to go in." And they, so I understand it. And again, subject to change. But the facts are the facts. We have the person that we think is the person we're looking for. But they drove into the police headquarters, and he's there now.
Oh, wow.
Did the father know about what the son had done?
I don't know. I'm going to let you get all those questions later, because I can't tell you how accurate. The bottom line is they have somebody that they think did it.
So, Mr. President, there is the death penalty in Utah.
Yes.
And I do know this is going to be a federal case, and there's many of us believe that Charlie was targeted because of his political ideology.
Yeah.
What's going to happen to this guy?
Well, I hope he's going to be found guilty, I would imagine, and I hope he gets the death penalty.
There you go.
Charlie Kirk was the finest person. He didn't deserve this. He worked so hard and so well. Everybody liked him. I've been watching. Even the left is having a hard time. They fired this guy Dowd from MSDNC, who's a terrible guy, terrible human being.
MSDNC.
But they fired him. I hear they're firing other people. And we're talking about radical left. Now, they're a little bit, but radical left networks and cable channels, horrible channels like MS. I always call it DNC because it's, somehow affiliated with the Democrat National Committee. So, it's a little statement you make. But MSNBC, but NBC, ABC, CBS, they're all terrible, absolutely terrible and unfair. But even they have been giving it sort of like this can't be allowed to happen.
And I just love moment of silence at the Yankee game, moment of silence at the Redskin game, Commanders game last night, because they understand this doesn't matter who you voted for. This was a special person. My opinion is that you have people, when a soldier dies, you write a personal letter, you feel it. When something happens in America, you feel it, you show up for it. I feel like with Charlie Kirk, from what I witnessed, it's for you, it's almost like a family member.
Don said to me, he's sort of like a son to you. Charlie got involved like 11 years ago, I think. He started, he's a brilliant guy, but he didn't go to college. He actually started in college. He was so bored that he left. He would have done very well in college if he wanted to, but he was brilliant. I always said, can you get a degree because you're sort of used to having people like you went to college, right? But
I didn't go to college.
Didn't have the patience to do it. And he started this really during what
Bubba Kirk
be college, maybe even sooner than that, but what would normally be college. And it's become a movement. And, I won youth. A Republican never wins youth, but I won youth. I will tell you, TikTok helped me, but he helped me with TikTok. But he helped me with use. I've never seen a person who's, in this case, older than the people we're talking about, in many cases. I've never seen young people or any group go to one person like they did to Charlie. Mm-hmm. He'd go out to Arizona, to any school, to Utah, where he was, but any school, also East Coast, anybody. And he would have bigger rallies than any radical left speaker. And it was killing them because he'd have 5,000 people show up, 10,000 people show up. They'd go and they'd have 50 people, but they talk big league, right? Now, he was an unbelievable talent, but he was more, it wasn't really so much a talent. He just really believed it. He just believed it. He loved young people. He wanted to help young people. And he didn't deserve this. He was truly a good person.
Mm-hmm. Do you think it's important for people to see how he died? I think it's to see the horrific. Did you see it?
I didn't watch. I didn't want to watch. I heard about it.
You don't want to watch.
I would have never made a good doctor.
I think he needs to see it.
I heard enough.
I think Trump needs to see it.
I didn't want to watch it. I didn't want to remember Charlie that way. But
it'll make you madder. It'll make you madder to discuss what I did.
Just horrific. I hear that nobody can. I know friends that were there, and they told me, they said, what we witnessed, the physical emotion of being there, or watching it on television. He was somebody that I always said he was very talented, but when you love something so much, it's almost not even talent. It's that you do it well because you like it. It's a passion. And he had a passion for this. I spoke to his wife yesterday. She's like devastated.
Of course.
But in between the devastation, they want to keep Turning Point going. Because so many people called in to me with donations. I don't know who. Do we give donations to her? Do we give it to Turning Point? Do we give it to, any one of the hundreds of colleges that he worked with or universities? And they want to keep Turning Point going. They think they can do it. He had a very good staff. I know.
What happened there?
Oh, man.
We have to log.
So it sounds like he turned himself in.
Yeah, his dad made him turn himself in.
Man.
Oh, really?
Yeah, before someone like me catches him.
How about it? You the guy that killed
you're lucky you didn't live in my town.
You think you call Johnny?
Man.
I'm
going to go to church with my wife Sunday, make her feel better.
You don't go to church with her usually?
No. I don't got to go to church because I believe in God.
Wait, what's this?
This is not the footage. This is... Let me play it first without broadcasting it, and then play it if it's not the footage. But there a lot of people are saying, which I don't believe. I think it's a bunch of bull crap. Is that this person here and this guy here were given signals to the shooter?
Baloney.
I don't believe it either, Gene, but we have to cover it as a news source so people can form their...
Stupid, man. Just because the guy tapped his hat? And then the other guy,
Just shut up and let me play it. Just
Come on,
shut up and let me play it.
It's like the dogs jumping off
Do
the
you know how
diving
many
board.
mass shooters there have been in America over the last 10 years?
Counting or not counting gang violence?
Great. Do you know how many mass shooters there have been in America?
They're saying that MAGA killed him to take the heat off of Trump and the Epstein files, and these two guys here were giving baseball-type hand signals to the shooter. I'll watch it again. We can broadcast it. My Macho Man, it does not. It stops at. It doesn't show the shooting at all.
Do you know how many mass shooters there have been in America over the last 10 years?
Counting or not counting gang violence?
Great. Do you know how many mass shooters?
I'm not seeing it.
No.
I
didn't see it either.
I'm not seeing it.
But I did see where the dude in the middle of the...
Let me write this down. $100 for Gene Lasker and his big mouth.
Hey, how about the dude in the middle that starts cheering after Charlie's blow to the ground? And he's jumping up, and he turns right to the shooter.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, it's some people said it's fake. Some people said it's real.
Hello, who's this?
Hey, this is Dave.
Hi, Dave. Go ahead. You're on the air.
Hey, I like to make people laugh. Can I make you laugh?
Well, I mean, sure. You can try.
It's the hard part of the show to do it.
Here's the deal. I mean, we're all pretty calloused.
Yeah.
And we all, are pretty cynical. So it takes a lot of us to laugh.
True.
Now, if you get a big belly laugh and big chuckle out of Seth Kushner, you've done something.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I tried to do that as a host and can't. So, good luck to you.
Right. Hey, I was cutting grass yesterday. I'm on Del Mabry. Tons of cars going by, and I got a grabbers, to pick up trash. And so I thought it would be funny.
Was it around 2 o'clock?
Gene.
And
shut up.
My car got hit by a mower on Del Mabry around 2 o'clock.
Okay, Gene.
Yesterday.
He was just.
Yeah, I wasn't on. It wasn't that time. It was 9 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, I wasn't.
And then, so I thought it would be
trying to
funny.
help you laugh.
Gene, shut up. God damn it. Just shut up. Sir.
I can drive the lawnmower with one hand, and I'm taking my grabbers and I'm smacking myself on the head with the grabbers, trying to make people laugh. So I'm doing that, and then I look to my left or whatever, and I see a cop that's sitting at the light watching me do it.
And
Nobody
the
laughed.
Punchline is what?
That I was smacking myself in the head like I'm a nut.
Calling me on the phone, you mother.
Hello. I didn't even get it.
Me neither.
I mean, how bad's your joke when you thought you got such a joke that you're going to make everybody in the room laugh and nobody even gets it?
It wasn't really a joke. It was more of a short story.
Act. Yeah, exactly. But nobody even got it. It's like, what? Hello?
Bubba, I got an idea. I think you should.
Little guy.
Out of there. I'm on to him, Seth. I'm pretty much on to him.
Matcha will kill.
Did he talk to a tube?
Yeah, he might as well. Hello. He's the midget from Massachusetts.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, this is Alan from yesterday. I wondered if you guys got that last minute of that video. It does show the path of the bullet, and I wonder if you guys noticed the finger that was sticking out of his neck in very, very slow motion where the bullet actually passed through.
No, I didn't see a finger. Whose finger is it?
It's actually an extension of his skin of his neck, extending prior to the bullet leaving his neck. And that's the reason why this is so important to get to you, because he was not shot from 200 yards. He was shot from above.
Well, here's the thing. They got him.
He was in a tent.
Here's the thing. They got him. They got him.
But did they say that he was 200 yards away?
Sir. They just got him. So I don't know that they have already. I mean, I'm assuming that they're in the questioning phase right now, and it's going to be like that for the entire weekend and maybe some into next. And I don't know if we're going to start getting data as to position where he was positioned. That's
the big thing that I'm worried about, is because if they're saying that this kid was 200 yards away, this kid is a patsy.
Oh Lord!
And that's not the first time they've done that.
Well,
they
sir,
paid somebody.
Let's let the system figure this out. Give us the information. Hold on. Would you be quiet? I didn't interrupt you one time yesterday. Okay? And you're not calling me up with any additional information right now. They just caught this guy. Here's what we know. There was a 30-06, an older one, 30-06, kind of a crappy manufacturer that was hid in the woods. He shot him with one that was still chambered, and there were 3 additional. There were transphobic type messages etched into the shell casings. Other than that, that's all. He fled on foot. His father is the one that made him turn himself in. That just happened. Now, until they come up with more information as to he was shot from this distance, from this, and this, then you cannot start. You already can't start that this was a different shooter. This guy's a patsy until they start. All right, buddy, I've had it with you.
Thank you, Bubba. Jeez, yesterday was enough.
Yeah, I was believing what you were saying yesterday. Coming down and double. You don't have any more information. than you gave me yesterday. You gave me everything I needed to know. I did agree that I thought it looked like an exit wound from what I saw. Yes. I did agree that maybe he was shot from his right, stage left, from up above. Yes. That's not what they're saying. But now that they got the scumbag in custody, maybe we can get some information from the authorities as to how this went down after they talked to him. And then at that point, if you want to start dissecting it and start criticizing it and start analyzing it, we don't even know what it is yet. They just got the guy. They found the gun. They'll start piecing it together now. I have to give the investigators the benefit of the doubt until I can't. Until they come up with such.
Well, he wants his conspiracy theory to take off.
Yeah, he wants his flowers now. And, sir, you could very well have some interesting points, but it's too early to start throwing it all at you right now, buddy. I need more data, more time. I can't give you flowers until I know more. Okay, buddy? So stop calling me.
But did you see the finger in the neck?
No, I did not. I did not.
Stop calling me on the phone, you mother.
I need to start hitting that more. Let me do breaks and return. Let me tell you that there's a lot of people that are blaming South Park for this. South Park had an episode where Cartman was a podcaster that was modeled after Charlie Kirk. Then some other good-looking kid in school became a podcaster as well, stole Cartman's gimmick, and they end up being, it was very much modeled at the episode was funnier than hell. And then they had the Charlie Kirk Awards, who was the best podcaster. Cartman got beat by this one kid. Cartman got mad. Now I did see the episode, but I don't remember. Did they have Charlie getting killed in it?
I don't think so. No.
I mean, did they have? Yeah. So look into that, Lummy.
Okay.
But here's the thing. And I guess now CBS/Comedy Central has pulled this episode. As an American, I can watch a cartoon and see them kill somebody and know that it's a cartoon. And it doesn't make me want to go out and kill that person because I can differentiate right from wrong. Now, Gene Lasker, on the other hand, he's already got money set aside for when he puts his hands on somebody. I don't quite have that fund set up for myself yet. I feel as if I might have a little more self-control than Gene. But that being said, I don't think you have to. If you do, South Park makes fun of everybody. They called Michael Jackson a child toucher. Everything that's completely out of bounds by the normal media, South Park covers it under the guise of being a parody and a cartoon. God. And Charlie Kirk himself, I'm going to play it when we come back. Charlie Kirk himself watched the South Park video and was honored and was almost like saying, oh my God, they actually, called it the Charlie Kirk Awards. This is pretty fun. This is pretty funny. Like Charlie Kirk thought it was kind of a badge of honor.
Yeah, they didn't kill him because it was played by Cartman. They don't kill Cartman.
So Comedy Central caving, people being mad at Comedy Central for doing a Charlie Kirk episode. I don't think they killed Charlie Kirk in it.
No, they don't, because like I said, it was played by Cartman.
So just research it.
I don't see anything. David Ashworth, $50. Love the documentary.
You watched it, David. Thank you. Thank you, David.
It looks like they've only pulled one other episode, and that was Trapped in the Closet, where they talked about how Scientology was a scam and Tom Cruise was a gay man.
Oh, wow.
Metaphorically.
So, metaphorically, yes. Allegedly, in your opinion, word on the street don't know it to be true?
Yes.
Want to listen to the show on demand and on the go? Enlist today at BubbaArmyHQ.com. Sign up and start listening. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be back after this.
The best of the Bubba the Love Sponge Show. Feel free to call and complain, you counter-programmer. 813-90-BUBBA. Someone will be right with you. Broadcasting live from the Aquabito studios, aquabito.com/Bubba. It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Now, does the NFL start this Sunday?
No. Next Thursday.
So
college football.
College football. College football starts this Saturday?
Yeah, it's week 1. Technically it starts Thursday.
Is there any really big, sexy matchups?
Ohio State and Texas.
Yeah, Florida State, Alabama. I mean, don't forget USF versus Boise State on Thursday, 5:30.
Who does Deion open up with, like Delaware?
No, Delaware I think is week 2 or 3.
Oh no, I think actually I think you might be wrong on that.
Georgia Tech. Delaware's week 2.
Delaware's week 2.
Yep.
Triple option, wishbone. Oh.
Did you see Seth, your man, Jay Cutler, ex-Bear?
Yeah, I did see this. Man, this is I don't think anybody's too surprised if we had to predict what quarterback might face 4 days in jail for DUI. I think a lot of people could have pointed to Jay Cutler as that guy.
I think so.
This was he settled, right, with 4 days, right, Seth?
I don't know.
It was back in November when he got arrested.
Yeah, I think this is after his attorneys have Glowbug, Gloria Zach 25, Gene on Thursday, hierarchy 100.
Damn.
For Gene on Thursday.
Wow.
You guys are just really, really, really.
I mean, hierarchy spoken. I mean, he speaks with the hundos. Oh God, Bubba, you're already stressed out, man.
Yeah, because you guys
hold on.
It's like everybody feels like they're into why can't we just stick with our schedule?
No one's entitled. I just said I went down and asked Lummy. I just said, would Gene come in and tomorrow?
Here's what he's going to do. He's going to be completely impossible to deal with for it because we don't work. He's going to call us lazy. Because we're taking Friday, Monday off during Labor Day, which everybody does. And then he's going to bitch about that nonstop. And then him and Babyface are going to try to outdo each other the entire time. Mario Gonzalez, 25, Gene on Thursday.
Oh, Jesus.
It's going to be a big dick off. That's what it's going to be.
It's just going to be.
I'll be there to measure.
You know what? I'll tell you what. We'll do it. But just know, Lummy, that I'll be able to say, I told you so. You listeners are impossible.
Bubba, you're going to...
You don't even respect the way that I know the room temperature. I'm the quarterback. I know who my slot is. I know who my running back is. I know who my left tackle is. And I know their capabilities. And you guys are just completely undermining me and knowing that this will not it may be fun for you, but it's going to be an absolute pain in my ass.
Do you think that it could be financially beneficial for the show,
or it could be bad? It could be backfiring somebody.
No, it won't. It'll be good. It'll be huge financially for the show. But Seth, as you know, I'm trying to let our digital money that we earn pay the bills.
Yes,
and
I do.
Trying to get away from the begging aspect of it.
But you don't have to, when those guys are in, Bubba, you don't have to beg because they're given such a great, high-energy, funny show that's when people start to, make it rain.
What if it hurts eternally, though? What if Bubba's in his checkdowns right at the line and you guys are distracting him?
Oh, boy.
I'm going to call and ask her. I used to have it memorized.
Do you want me to dial it for you?
No, I got it. Let me see here.
Should we call Sarah?
Yeah, she could get it done before.
Well, he's up.
Yeah, he's up.
Yeah.
He's definitely
He starts listening at 5:55.
Does he?
His ass better be powder coating on Monday.
Just Gene
How about it?
Gene Lasker. He'll answer just rude as hell. How about it?
What have I done? I'm sorry.
What?
Shh, be quiet.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Bubba. We're live.
Why?
Because I wanted to talk to you.
Okay.
So since we're not having, since we're not working Friday or Monday because it's Labor Day, and not everybody runs, a Jamaican sweatshop like you do, and that most Fortune 500 companies, not that we are one, give their employees Friday and Monday off as kind of the last hurrah of Christmas. Memorial Day starts. Summer. Memorial Day starts summer, and Labor Day ends it. So most people get Friday, Monday off. That's what we're taking. It's come to my attention that you're full hot on yet another one of your days being canceled. So I wanted to know if you'd like to come in tomorrow.
Yeah.
Now, so Seth, can you see? I'm already dealing with attitude and dryness. So
what more do you need, though?
But Lasker, you got to promise me something, bud. And I've known you for 30 years. We've had our battles. I love you to death. I'd do anything for you. You know that, and you would do anything for me. But can you?
So what corporate do I got to do?
No, you don't have to be corporate, Gene. But I'm going to have Babyface in here, and I've never had you two together. And so I don't.
Oh, that's fine.
I mean, I just.
He's going to be in Janessa's chair.
No, he's
no,
Gene.
Yeah, the chair is a big deal.
No.
Gene's got to have that middle chair,
Gene, you'll have your standard chair. You get your chair.
All right.
We'll put Babyface in the other one. And, I think that you can roll with his snarky, liberal-leaning opinions. It might make for good radio, but it will be. You have to understand, I'm the quarterback, and I got to manage you two. So here's the question.
Oh, you manage just because I ain't as smart as him. He gonna put smart words in my face. I know that.
All right, and then then what you do though? But I do know you. So when a guy puts smart words in your face, you either hit him.
I'll put a redneck joke on his ass,
or you hit him. So
he's gonna wear patches into the studio tomorrow.
Nobody.
Okay, so you especially don't want to hit a lawyer. You know that. I mean, you can hit the biker down at the biker bar and probably get away with it.
I ain't messing with Regina Hunter.
Right, exactly. Which is Tom Bean's wife.
Tom Bean.
Yeah, exactly. So,
right.
I'd like to have you in tomorrow. Please know that I have to. I'm a nervous wreck. I'm gonna have to manage you guys. But
Bubba's gonna have to work tomorrow.
I gotta actually work. So
I'll be fine.
Okay, and you know what? I know you will be because I can tell that you're in a good. You can tell that you're in a good mood about it. By the way, I got Kurt Morgan's hat on today. Does Kurt Morgan know that I've been wearing this hat and stuff?
Yeah, he wants to sit down and talk about being the guy that owns the stage.
Okay, all right. We'll definitely. You know what? How far is Kurt's shop from? Kurt's in Land O'Lakes, isn't he?
Yeah, he's like in Lutz.
He's up on
41, Bubba.
He's not too far from your house, right?
Oh no, probably 10 minutes.
Bubba, you know that Bears exit?
Yeah,
275. He's right off of that.
Oh, okay.
Right off of that.
And doesn't he have? And Gene, doesn't Kurt have like 2 locations now?
He's got a bunch.
He's got like 3 or 4 now.
And one in Walmart.
And what? Let me.
And one in Walmart.
Hold on. He's got
really?
Yeah, he's got the one on Bruce B. Downs over in New Tampa.
So hold on. So you're saying the windows that they sell at Walmart are Kurt's windows?
Well, so when you walk into a Walmart and they sometimes have a McDonald's or a food place to
like
your
a
right.
kiosk, yeah.
Well, there's a Morgan exterior.
You're kidding me. Lasker, that's a honey hole right there, buddy.
I'm telling you.
When you got your business inside of a Walmart, that's next level, brother.
And I'm gonna tell you something. When we were 18, 19, and 20, we used to borrow money off of each other just to eat.
Yeah, he is such a good dude.
So broke.
Kendall, his stepdaughter, is beautiful, married to Jay. Beautiful family. Just
he's got a great family. His son helps him and runs that show, runs some of the business for him.
And he started. I think Hurricane Andrew was his big break. The rumor has is he rented. He didn't even own. He rented some excavation and some dump trailers and stuff like that, and just went down to Hurricane Andrew and offered to clean the mess up, and that's where he first made his big hit.
He's a good salesman. He went to school. He went to some kind of gangster salesman people that teach you how to sell.
Gangster salesman people that teach you how to sell.
That teach you how to sell. Yeah. I mean, he's got some lines that you can tell he's going to take your money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you need a window, he sells you a window.
If you need a window and you're thinking about maybe, going a couple more years without that window, Kurt's going to have that window in by next weekend.
Exactly.
All right, so listen, we'll see you tomorrow, bud. Thank you for having a good attitude. Thank you for having a good attitude. How's Coben doing it with that backpack?
He loves it, man. I laugh every time I watch him get in the truck. Got Bubba Army on his back.
All right, my friend. Tell Sarah you that you need. She needs. You're flipping your Friday to Thursday so we can get your superstar-itis in here with the baby face. Okay, buddy.
All right, my man.
Thank you, Gene.
Jeffrey Dunn, $20, new listener.
That middle chair is, Gene swung on me one time for that middle chair, Seth.
Oh, yeah. He swung on.
It means a lot to him.
There was a time, I think, Lasker and Tuttle were, at each other's, we're fixing to throw down, and I had to get in the middle.
Greg DeLippo, $20.
Didn't I have to?
Yeah, you did. You broke us up because...
But I had to make Gene leave. I made one of you guys leave.
It was me. So there were two altercations.
Yeah, Gene doesn't leave.
The first one, I made a joke about
hold on,
another biker.
Stop.
Okay.
So listen, Seth. There's one thing that you never, ever, ever, ever talk about to Gene Lasker, and that is. I hope he's not mad at me because I'm not talking to him. I'm just explaining to people is you never mention the word Hell's Angels. That is absolutely a trigger for all outlaw bikers. You have to understand the two largest bike club gangs, the two largest bike gangs in America are the Hell's Angels and the Outlaws. The Outlaws and the Hells, they're like the Packers and the Bears. If the Packers and the Bears could actually if they could kill each other.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So if the Packers and the Bears all had guns and knives while they played, because that's the oldest rivalry in football is the Packers and the Bears. Well, this is the longest going, oldest rivalry amongst the number one and number two, populated biker gangs in America. And you just don't say the words unless you were talking bad about them. You're like, man, those Hells Angels, they suck. If I, Gene, I'm glad you're an outlaw because I knew somebody was a Hell Angel. He's a real dick. That would be okay. But Tuttle did not did not frame it in that manner. He was like something like Tuttle was like, well, I'm just gonna let you know, you're no Hell's Angels. And
no,
Gene, I
beat the piss out of me.
He this was off air. He beat the piss. He you know what he looked like? That Rajah Jackson guy.
Oh no!
He started going. Was
Tuttle choking on his teeth?
No, because Gene got about 2 punches to the head before I came in and Herb deemed him and tackled him off. And I said, Tuttle, get out of here now. Leave.
Yeah. That was the one time, yeah.
Tuttle got in his PT Cruiser and left. And Lasker goes, I swear to God, if I knew where he was going, I would go. And he was going to shoot you.
Was that after the wiffle ball attack?
Yeah. He used the wiffle ball, that real hard yellow one. You used to have by your
hard yellow one that had no give to it. Most wiffle ball bats are hollow. This one was like a solid wiffle ball bat, and Gene what was that about? That was another incident.
Yeah, that was the chair. That was the chair. Remember, because he told me to get up out of his chair, and I bowed up to him, and then we just started tussling. That was the other time you had to separate us.
Yeah.
So Gene's got the best of me 2 times.
Did you fight back, Tuttle?
No, I tried.
Not really. Tuttle kind of covered up more than anything, just because. I think Tuttle just knew that if it got to be a full-blown Tuttle's fight, that he'd be fired.
Yeah.
I think you survived employment-wise both of those. Yeah. So anyway, listen, it looks like Gene's in a really good place. He's in a... So, Seth, thank you for the suggestion. Glowbug and and Hierarchy and everybody that see, let me, when you start throwing cash at me, I'm like a little stripper bitch. It's tough for me not to come. I'm on stage, and when you start throwing cash at me,
I like what they see.
Mario Gonzalez, Hierarchy, we raised $150 on just 3 people saying we want Gene with Babyface tomorrow.
We can do better.
So, it'll be a big day. But when I called him, you can tell, Lummy, you know what Gene you're getting.
Oh, of course.
And he seems like he's in a good place. And he knew, did you hear, he instantaneously said, what corporate do you want me? Because I used to go, when we would go to meet sponsors for the race team, I would say, I need corporate Gene Lasker. He goes, okay, I just won't say nothing. I'm just, so I'd call it corporate Gene Lasker. Lummy, you know that big race convention that I used to go to in Indianapolis?
Yeah.
Well, I would take Gene.
Oh, okay.
We'd be going, like, let's say we would go to Kaiser Wheels, or we would go to Valco Wheels, and we're looking for a wheel deal. Like they'll give you, free wheels for the year, or 10 pairs or something like that, based on the radio advertising I can give them, based on a banner at the track, based on, placement of the car. And so I would start and get a hold of the salesman. He'd be like, and I'd introduce myself. They usually knew who we were. And I'd be like, this is, the owner of the team, Gene Lasker. And Gene would go, nice to meet you. And then I would say, listen, we, unlike all the other 7,000 racers that are here at the convention, we offer something of an added value, because, Lummy, you're just looking for oil deals and, shock absorber deals. You're not necessarily looking for money. You're looking for product.
Yeah.
Because like a right rear sprint car wheel is $400. So you need 10 of them.
Need a new tire groover.
Yeah, that's $500. So you go to all these people that make these, and most of the people are just trying to get a deal or, something like that. Well, because of the power of the radio, when I was on 14 different affiliates, Sirius XM, it was like shooting fish in a barrel. When I would go to, Aurora Heim Joints, or I would go to Winner's Rear End, I would say, provide us with X amount of free rear ends, and I will, talk about your product on the show. We'll obviously have you on the car, on the uniform, and, we would usually get a pretty good deal until Lasker would start talking. So one time we're at Winner's Rear End, which is the absolute rear end that you got to run. That's where all the big boys run, Winter's Rear End. And so Lasker, and the guy at the time was the son of Mr. Winters. His name's Beaver. I think he's since retired, and his son's taken over. But the Winter's Rear End company is just one example of Lasker screwing up the deal. So I got a hold of the guy, and I'm like, so we're going to get 4 free rear ends. I'll give you, 4 mentions a month on the radio show that I will air check and send to you. And I got it all. I got the rear ends back then, Lummy, were like the real lightweight ones. They're like $3,100. So I got like a $12,000 deal here, right?
Nice.
Lasker goes, so let me ask you a question. That have you beefed up the ring and pinion on that? Because the last one I bought was junk, and the ring and pinion fell apart, and I was chipping gears. I had to throw the thing away and get me a Franklin. Franklins are competition, of course. I had to get me a Franklin. So yeah, we lost the deal. Guys, like, listen, I don't need that. I mean, that's not what I'm looking for. Like, Lasker, you son of a...
Did you go with Franklin?
No, Franklin wasn't... They knew we ran Winners.
Oh, man.
The Franklin saw us over at the Winners booth. They're like, oh, no, we're not going to be second fiddle. So we didn't get any free rear ends that year.
Oh, man.
Quarterback Jay Cutler, Willie Shark, former Bears quarterback Jay Cutler will spend 4 days in jail after entering a plea deal today.
Seth, wasn't he not the beginning of the end, but wasn't he one of the big missteps that started kind of the downward trajectory the Jay Cutler, big because I think at that time he got what was considered a big deal, he got a mega at the time, a really big deal to go to the Bears. Was he drafted by the Bears or they traded for him?
They traded. Denver had him.
Right, and then wasn't it a 1?
They traded 2 first-round picks for him.
Right. So in today's world, I don't think it was. That's a big haul, right?
That's the going rate for a starting quarterback.
And was he starting for Denver?
Of course, yeah.
And successfully?
Yeah.
I mean, was he
good? Yeah.
So if he would have been able to replicate his Denver performance in Chicago,
he was good with the Bears. He's the best quarterback in Bears history.
For real?
Yeah.
Didn't he have like 7 years?
He didn't win a Super Bowl, did he?
No, only one guy
Shark,
did.
former Bears.
Yeah, Jim McMahon.
Yeah.
Shark, former Bears quarterback Jay Cutler will spend.
Well, I always thought that the Bears people didn't see. Maybe I'm misreading Bears, but I always
he had a
thought
bad
that,
attitude.
I always thought that they didn't. The Bears, when you bring up Jay Cutler, that's fighting words for Bears.
I mean, not for me, but I don't know how hot some people run. A lot of people do blame football players for their lackluster lives.
Will spend 4 days in jail after entering a plea deal today in Williamson County, Tennessee, stemming from an arrest last fall. Cutler agreed to paying a fine, 11 months probation, plus he will submit to regular random drug screens. His license was revoked and the weapon charge was dismissed upon forfeiture of the weapon. Omar.
4 days in jail. I mean, you think it's not a big deal. That's a big deal.
Yeah, but
4 days in jail is a big deal.
He's Jay Cutler in Tennessee.
Whatever. Don't be a pussy.
Is he in Tennessee?
Yeah, I mean, so.
Did you see this poor guy? He was sticking up for an American abroad. I think that this is where he talks. Here's the story. American hero tourist and model, and I guess he was a male model as well, reveals the extent of his facial injuries suffered while defending 2 women in Germany. I wear my scar with pride. The American tourist stabbed defending they really worded this incorrectly, but should have said while defending 2 women from vicious thugs on a tram in Germany, revealed that he was nearly blinded from the attack, but declared he'll wear his scars with pride. In his first interview since the frightening ordeal, the injury to my face, the cut to my nose, it severed my nose in two, and part of my lip. The 21-year-old journalist told journalist Julian Richelt, it just nicked my eyelid. Just a centimeter off, and I would have lost my eye for sure. Certainly, I have a scar, but it was worth it, and I'll wear it with pride. And then here is, so he's in Germany. There's these thugs that are messing with these 2 American tourists, like trying to rob them or, do something, and he sticks up for them. The thugs then turn their wrath on this guy, and here's him talking.
They all didn't think that Europe had an immigration problem.
I mean, look at that.
Especially Germany. Let me drop some knowledge on you. It is 11:57 right now. In 3 minutes, that man that assaulted that young woman yesterday will be released from custody. He'll be released from custody because he's not a citizen of Germany. He's not a citizen of the EU for that.
Look at that guy.
I can't.
It looked like they.
He doesn't even belong.
And why doesn't our country getting behind this guy and defending him and making him a hero and stuff like that? Why is this a little known story that Lummy or Seth had to dig up?
Did you see that European leaders of countries are having to tell Americans to stop beating up the pickpocketers in other countries? And it's like bringing the United States together, because now it's like, I guess pickpocketing is a big thing over there now. And they just get away with it.
Legal one, a drug dealer, and very popularly known here, especially by the police. This is not the first time this has happened. It's not the first time that man had beat up women, and it's not the first time that the other guy decided to take a swing at my face.
Look at that poor guy. I mean, his nose looks like it's completely off, like it's like it's a side nose
with a 6-inch blade. If they could do this, people of Germany.
They're not gonna do it with me because I got.
And then
you pull your knife out,
released.
Your gun out.
12 hours later.
No, not my gun. Not my gun.
On Germany.
Oh.
Where's the law? Where's the structure? If Germans are held to that law and that structure, but these people could just come in, swing knives.
Sounds like he has bad allergies.
Abuse, terrorize.
No, he has half a nose and half a lip.
Yeah, we'll probably do it.
Oppress citizens of Germany. Then what do we do?
Not many.
That's when I thought, being fat was a little bit, cumbersome. Can you imagine if he had that as a face? Poor guy.
Do people think Americans are pussies? Like when we go and visit other places, like why do they even try Americans? Is what I'm trying to say.
Because they hate us. I think we're one of the most hated countries.
But it's not even our A team.
I think they think we're a bunch of hillbillies. I think they feel that like people from France and England and Germany, because their countries have been around for thousands of years, and we're just going to turn 250 next year, that we're just a bunch of like really, 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 unrefined rednecks. Even if you're black, you're considered an unrefined redneck American.
Then why mess with us?
Because we've only been around for 250 years, which is, like an infant compared to what most countries that have been around. They've been around for thousands of years and have all this culture and what have you. And we're just, a bunch of knuckle dragging rednecks.
I sent you a story that Tuttle just sent me about the European.
The American, woman grabs this Venetian bitch by her ponytail and walks her like a dog.
Oh, I saw that. Lummi had it for me, but I'll get to that story next.
If you want a deep dive into the Bubba the Love Sponge show from the past, go to BubbaArmyHQ.com. We'll be back after these words.
You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
We might be off, but those bills keep coming. PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, all at the Bubba Army. Now back to the best of Bubba.
Broadcasting live from the Aquabito Studios. Aquabito.com/Bubba. It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
The private screening of Video Killed the Radio Star will be Friday, September 5th. It's invitation only. I think the owners and directors, PR people of the documentary are giving me a template to mass text everybody to RSVP. It's looking like doors open at 6, movie starts at 7. It's a Friday night. I'm trying to get them to move it back an hour because it is Friday. I think doors open at 7, movie starts at 8 might be easier for people to get to on a Friday.
Can I come?
Yes, you're invited.
Okay. I just want to make for sure.
Yeah, and I'm assuming your +1 would probably be Colton.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unless Colton,
Well, hold on. I mean, Tuttle's in this damn thing. I mean, maybe we need to find him a hot date.
That's right.
I mean, yeah.
Make his big screen debut.
Yeah. Tuttle, you need, because you're going to be, Lummi, I'm sorry. Tuttle, there's going to be a red carpet, and there's going to be a step and repeat, banner with the Video Killed the Radio Star logo. And by the way, Lummi, Brooke Hogan's attending.
Oh, nice.
Now that's a little crazy. Brooke Hogan's attending. I'm trying to get Roger Stone to attend.
Nice.
All the local media will be invited. I doubt they show because it's about me.
What about prime time?
He can't. He can't.
Season kind of started.
Yeah, the season kind of started. If anybody can think of it, I'm gonna invite Titus O'Neil, Jeff Garagante,
Alex Stein.
I probably should invite Alex.
No, Ty J.
Of course. I just got to get this this template. You know, that it's like, okay, you're invited plus a guest to the world premiere of Video Killed the Radio Star, Friday, September 5th. Doors open at 6. Movie starts at 7. There'll be a question and answer session thereafter. There's going to be a cash bar.
Reggie Roundtree going to be there?
Yes,
would be awesome.
Yes, Reggie Roundtree will be there. And so I got to get that template from the producers today so I can start sending it out. You know, like, I'm going to Creatine Travis and Big Red and, you know, Bob Cook and Teese and Susan Poitras and Heather Wiz and Iggy.
Anybody coming from out of town for this thing?
Me.
Well, I mean, a lot of people, I think, actually are coming from. You mean you're talking about big names?
No. I just mean, like, how far are people traveling to see this?
I would say that if I invited Buck, he would come, and he's in Charleston. If Larry Plummer had the ability to make it down here, and it didn't interfere with work, he would. I'm sure Larry would come. Denzel, Gooch, Sumo, all the boys would come. But it's it's a week and 2 days notice. It's kind of tough. It'll be more of a local deal. Roger Stone, I think, lives in Fort Lauderdale. So again, I'm going to send that mass. Now maybe you send me a list.
Okay.
Of people that I and Seth, maybe everybody send me a list of people that you would think that we should probably invite. And your list is probably, I was going to probably invite them in, like Bob from Sunbelt, you know what I'm saying? Sandy from Synergy, my boy, just,
Doesn't Phil Hendry live in Florida?
Phil Hendry does. I need to get a hold of Phil.
I think he would love to see the documentary.
See, Tuttle, that would be a name you would send me, and that would be a name that I would have probably not remembered. So, yes. So if you guys all have my numbers, please start texting me, suggestions so that I think the capacity might be 750, and I think the lower bowl is like maybe 400, 450, and then the upper bowl is like 300.
Oh wow!
So I mean, I think we're in it. And by the way, it's free. You got to. I can't have an open bar.
Wait, where is this again?
I haven't announced it.
Oh, you
yet.
can't. Okay.
Yeah, I haven't announced. I'm not announcing it.
Okay.
Just because.
Yeah, I bet I'll get those details later.
Yeah, you can sneak. You can sneak it to. I think you could probably sneak it over to your buddy over there on Reddit. Your main guy over there. It's unsavory. You can get it to him.
I mean, I think he wants to go.
You know what? I wouldn't have a problem with him attending as an olive branch to whatever I've done wrong to upset him. Because I've never had a problem with him, and at one time he was very much royalty. Now he just listens to the show all day at the cabinet shop and picks me apart. But he says it's out of love and concern. Well, you know what? Maybe we can repair this. And I'm just afraid, though, Seth, that he'll just go and pick it apart. And
I don't know if he would really go, but I just feel like there's, I probably some people on Reddit wouldn't want to give the real names at all. But
we know Unsavory though. Like I know his real name. I know what he does for a living. I don't know where he lives, but I know he lives on the other coast. He's a cabinet maker, and he was always a really good fan. Always a really good fan. I don't know. I guess
they're going to pirate it.
That's probably the worst thing that could happen.
Tuttle.
I'm just saying, like, the haters would do that.
I really wish Lasker was here right now just to really light you up. You stupid, four-eyed mother effer. Why would you say that? So anyway, send me your lists. I'll have, and I'm going to start that process today. Tuttle was talking about how, now Tuttle set this story up. I think it was an American tourist grabbed a pickpocket girl, by the ponytail while vacationing in Italy and refused to let her go until she got her passports and credit cards back. I don't think that's unreasonable.
But they're telling, like, do not pickpocket Americans, and they're actually telling the Americans, stop beating up our people. Because
I know that, but I mean, if somebody pickpockets my wallet and my credit cards, or at least my passport, your passport's the most valuable thing you have. It's the only thing that's going to get you. I mean, if you do lose your passport, you can go to the American embassy, and it's just a real big crap show.
You know how she found out she had taken her earbuds and she used tracking on her iPhone.
Yeah, she had them tagged. She had air tags on her, something like that, and that's how she pinpointed the person. And this is her, and it looks like to be a younger girl, right?
14, 15.
And she pickpocketed this American woman's credit cards and passport. And here's what the American woman did. What?
You should hear the end because the woman's yelling for the police.
Were you saying, Tuttle?
Yeah, she's about to get in this bitch's face. Big time.
So my purse with my passport in it. Police! Oh, yeah. Little girl, I have 8 kids. You're not getting to me. Call them.
And this American woman has got a grip on this girl's ponytail like you wouldn't believe.
Okay. You're the one speaking.
Calm down. You stole my stuff, bitch. Nice cleavage shot on the. Oh, she's 14. She's 14. Never mind. I meant nice cleaving shot on the mom.
Yeah, the mom.
That's right. Let's get the police and maybe I'll get my passport back. I don't even care if you keep the cash. I don't even care if you keep the cash. Thank you, sir.
And I don't think that that's illegal.
No, it's not. It's not. But I mean, like, I just, it's crazy and how divided we are as a country. But I think this makes me proud to be an American.
Yeah, I mean, I'd do the same thing, even to a girl. If she pickpocketed my stuff, I'd yoke that bitch up.
That's right.
And run her right down to the main street, see if I could find the authorities. Now, did she have it on her?
Yeah, no, she got it back, but then the very next day they found her out again. Like, I guess it's like one of those things, release, they bring you in and then they release you immediately.
Catch and release?
Yep.
Meaning she's also a juvenile too. So that also adds to the probably catch and release aspect to it. I'm waiting to show you this picture.
Yeah.
A man with a mugshot straight out of a horror movie has been charged in South Carolina with owning and distributing sexually explicit photos of a child, according to reports and authorities. I'm deliberately not scrolling down because have you seen this, Seth?
I'm not going to look.
Okay.
The guy,
come on.
The guy who already got his nose ripped off was already.
This guy has his nose.
That should have had a warning like this has a warning.
This one's worse.
Yeah, it is. He's 70.
Marvin Humpert, age 70, was arrested Thursday after investigators searched his Maybank Highway home on a cyber tip and discovered several files of child sexual abuse on his phone and laptop. The Charleston. So this is out of Charleston.
Yeah.
The Charleston sheriff. The tip given to investigators was over a sexually explicit image uploaded to a server of a female child between the ages of 8 and 10. So this guy is, taking inappropriate, what I'm assuming, nude, sexually abusive material of a child between 8 and 10. Are you ready for the big reveal? You can only imagine, what type of a monster this person is on the inside. This is for the very few times the appearance matches the crime. Look at that! Look at that! I think he's got meth mouth. Now, Lummy, is that somebody's dad that beat? Is that the cops that took him into custody and he was stop resisting, or is that just
That's just his face?
That's just he's probably on meth, and he probably has the files discovered in the home contain images of children engaging in sexual activity or in sexual explicit nude states. Humbert, whose face is disfigured, appeared highly disheveled and was drooling in his mugshot as he was booked into the detention center. It's unclear what medical conditions or injuries he may have caused. What caused this his distorted appearance. The alleged perv has been charged with one count of sexual exploitation of a minor. And the second degree and blah, 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 blah. So, like, they don't even know. First of all, the cops didn't do this to him. And they don't know what caused or why he looks like this. To me, it looks like he's, you know how meth people, like, itch their face or pick their face? It looks like he's highly on meth, that maybe he lost an eye doing something, and it looks like his teeth are all rotted out. This is meth. This is methamphetamine.
You want to know what he looks like? Remember that lady that got her face ripped off by Travis the Chimp?
Yeah.
And we can all agree that this person probably doesn't deserve to live, right? Like, I mean,
if you got a naked picture of an 8-year-old and that's what you're guilty of, you are a pervert. You need to go to prison. But that's just a picture. Now, I'm not saying that's just a picture trying to cover anybody's ass, but that's a picture. But when you have pictures depicting children engaging in sex, that is a whole nother level of perversion that certainly needs to be. You cannot rewire a person that's interested in those things to the point of, trading them with other people, and that's your sexual thing, so to speak. You can't rewire that person. That person can't spend any time in jail. There's not enough years in this person's life. There's not enough classes this person can go to make this person. You can't rewire a person sexually. You can't. Unless you...
Even castration, it doesn't help though. Even if you castrated him, he's still it's a power
So you're saying
trip.
if you cut his balls off, he's still going to want to do this to kids?
Yeah, because sometimes it's a power move thing for them. Like, like they were abused as a kid or whatever, and then they're just living out their fantasies and stuff, which is
well, they
sick.
can't. They're gonna. I mean.
Just kill him. We don't need those people here.
No, he's 70. He's lived long enough.
Yeah, you're 70, bud. Look at you. You lived a hard life. You got pictures of kids having sex on your computer. It's time to check out, buddy.
Yeah.
Tomorrow at noon.
Let's help you.
We're going to throw you in the wood chipper. That has to be the worst way to get,
Feet first, too.
Yeah, feet first, so you can actually see, you then, feet first, then goes your knees, and then your hip bone, then your wiener. And you're done. Hello, who's this?
Hey, Bubba, it's Dave West Palm.
Hi, Dave West Palm. How are you, my friend?
Good. Two things. Number one, it's a 30-second story, but let me look up in South Carolina, a suspect, the cop was chasing after a guy that, like, they had a warrant for his arrest or something like that, and he ran out in the street and got hit by a chicken truck.
Look it up, Lummy!
He survived, and there isn't an actual video of the actual accident, but it's a quick like 30-second news story. That's one. And the other thing, did we finish the whole Tuttle drama, or
what's the Tuttle drama?
Well, you said you were going to get back after commercial and discuss it, and then it kind of went away. But I didn't know.
Tuttle, what was the drama? Do we
He
remember?
told me to check the phone lines, and there was no.
Oh yeah, we were
line.
looking at the phone lines, and there was 3 ringing, and we thought maybe there'd be a girl on there that might be interesting. And Tuttle, I think maybe that would be a great opportunity to take a date to the. The Video Killed the Radio Star movie premiere that you appear in, by the way.
I'm an important role in the whole thing, right?
I think you got 2 or 3 cameos in it.
Hell yeah!
I mean, Tuttle was a very instrumental, and he worked at Cox at the time, And, he was able to, make that connection as to them, hosting and having the sex tape on their servers. And so that's Tuttle's part, and he explains it quite well. And so if you're a female out there, Dave, thank you, buddy. I appreciate you. No, we didn't have any girls. But if you're a woman now, and Tuttle, you don't want you probably want an attractive woman, right?
I mean, at this point, anything with the opposite sex parts is fine with me.
Is it out of the question to ask Kristen to go?
Oh, she would most certainly go.
Oh yeah,
with
because it's a real big event, and she's getting put over, and you're getting maybe this is the oh wow moment that she needed, that shows her man is really kind of a big wig, walking the red carpet. Paparazzi's going to take your picture with your date. There's going to be a video killed the radio star red carpet along with a step and repeat banner behind it. There's going to be an X on the red carpet where you stop and turn to the camera.
Oh, pictures?
Yeah, there's going to be 2 or 3 paparazzis there.
Can we get somebody to act and interview me about my integral role in the documentary? Like, it would pit me way over, like, with Kristen. Like, if somebody was legitimately trying to interview me.
That actually is a pretty good idea. If I had somebody on the red carpet that was interviewing people, like, hey, what do you anticipate about the movie? What have you heard about it?
What are you wearing today, Seth? What designer are you wearing?
Seth's wearing St. Pete Legend.
I'm really trying to feel like if there's red carpets for documentaries now. I feel like this is like a serious.
Well, yeah, it's
because everybody there's red carpets for oh, hey, we put this project together and it was blood, sweat, and tears. There was 18-hour days on the set, but we came together for the love of the film. But this is it's not that.
Stop taking away from me. We need this.
I'm just trying to see what the red carpet looks like.
Tyler, are you going to be dressed up for this event?
Yes, I'm getting a tux.
Hello.
I'm going
Tuxedo?
Hello.
Yep.
Hey, Bubba,
Tux, $45.
Question for you.
Yeah.
Is Dr. Dan still helping with COVID?
Yeah, I think so. I think you can call his office 888-48 and Diacos, 48s and Diacos. I think you can call when the office opens up at 9, and I think that they might still do that.
My wife went to the emergency room with COVID yesterday, and they didn't give her anything for treatment.
Okay, well, call Dan up.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Seth, a lot of it's formatic pageantry, if you will. And so, I think the red carpet is.
I just can't see anybody.
It's a dog and pony show.
I can't see anybody outside of you. I don't know who anybody would want to talk to that's walking the red carpet.
Well, whoever you're talking to, there's going to be a list of people that you need to talk to that were in the film, and maybe what their role in the film would be. But then everybody else that you would talk to would be like, what's your expectations of this? What have you heard of this? You're getting ready to go spend 2 hours and 15 minutes to watch this, documentary called Video Killed the Radio Star. What do you know about it? And the whole documentary in itself is about what people don't know.
Do you think I could get Gail Gallardo to walk the red carpet with me?
No.
Damn.
She's really happily in love with her husband of 20 plus years.
Damn it.
So I don't think you could get her. I think Kristen would be your best bet. Yeah. And here's the deal. It might finally crack that seal of her wanting to maybe potentially start acting like a real wife or real girlfriend with you because, here you are, now walking the red carpet on a major documentary that's going to be distributed through Apple, Google, iTunes.
Is that what we really want, though?
Amazon Prime.
Yeah. What if she says, okay, and then he makes him feel worse about himself?
We want somebody that wants Tuttle for his documentary.
We want somebody that wants Tuttle for something.
Man,
we just want somebody that wants Tuttle.
My penis, at least.
Man, I didn't know this was such. I didn't know how hard this was going to be.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's heavy lifting, Seth. The phone lines have been drier than the Sierra Desert.
That's the thing about it. As soon as I knew that you guys, I was like, nobody's calling.
Well, here's the deal. We're going to have a better chance with a dating app that you set up and then that we can kind of manage.
Do you think that I'm done having sex for the rest of my life?
I think you need to present yourself differently.
Makeover?
Well, I'm kind of.
Should Brian take him shopping at Banana Republic?
No, I mean, but I do think he needs to take some pride in, his hair. Your hair looks like crap. I just think you need to, kind of spoof it up a little bit.
You're
in shape. You're in shape. You're in the best shape of your life.
162 this morning.
You can take your shirt off and you got muscle tone. You're not fat anymore at all. You're actually skinny. It's just that face and hair, and it's not anything that we can't work. Like it's not your face and hair, and it's not fixable. It's just that we need to restyle it. That greased back, parted down the middle, showing your big ass, forehead with those Harry Carey goggles.
Oh my goodness!
Holy cow! Look at Tuttle's glasses. They look just like me and an ice cold Budweiser. So long, everybody.
I've been walking this woman's dog. She broke her hip a couple weeks ago, and the dog bit me in the hand yesterday. It was very bad.
That doesn't stop you from finding a hot chick.
She owes you something, or you're gonna have to take her to the people's court. Tuttle.
Now, have you? Is it somebody you could? Is it something you could potentially be interested in?
No. She's 79.
Okay. Hello. Who's this?
This is Ellie.
Hi, Ellie. It's Bubba.
Hey, Bubba. How are you this morning?
I'm great. Is everything okay? You seem so serious, Ellie.
Is this AI?
Oh, I'm always kind of serious.
Okay.
But,
what can I do you for?
Well, I hope Tuttle finds a really cute date.
Me
Good
too.
luck there.
Yeah.
God, so hot voice.
You do, Ellie. You do have kind of a hot voice, and I once got oral from a woman named Ellie in Chicago back in 1989, and she was like 53 at the time. And she was the first woman that gave me oral and Vaseline. Like she would eat,
Did she have dentures?
No, she did not have dentures. Lummy, why'd you throw that part?
She ate Vaseline.
Yeah, she did. Like Vaseline didn't stop her at all.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm good.
First and last time that it ever happened to me. I never had a woman give me oral with Vaseline and like. I
think shampoo's better.
Yeah. So Ellie, what can we do you for?
Well, about the blowjob.
Whoa. Let's call that oral, okay?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Let's call it oral. So about the oral.
You. That's it. One word.
Okay. So what were you gonna talk about?
I want to tell you about your interview idea. I think it's spectacular on the red carpet thing. A Brooke Hogan interview at that setting is, golden.
Yeah, absolutely. She has. Yeah. I was in contact with her yesterday, and she said she will be here.
I think that's excellent. Good for her. What a wise woman she is.
Yes.
How many packs a day?
Tuttle.
I
told you to stop messing with.
I don't smoke.
The callers.
Actually,
it was a joke. I'm sorry.
It's not a joke that you say to a classy woman. You say it to some toothless redneck trucker that's calling in, not to some classy woman
from the Panhandle.
This is such a commodity. No wonder you don't get any chicks, Tuttle. You shoot on everybody.
I'm sorry.
You don't even know how to work.
Ellie.
You don't even know how to work.
I'm sorry.
Tuttle.
Yes,
Tuttle, I'm the Ellie that sent the email to Seth about you. So,
was that the one that I said I did a screenshot and that I would get it to Tuttle? Maybe not.
I think so.
Okay.
I think you said you sent it to Tuttle. I don't know if he ever got it.
Tuttle, remember it was an email 2 weeks ago or something. You said it made your day. When
yes,
so
I
Tuttle,
did.
Here's a woman that was nice to you and sent a message to Seth and what's your first instinct? Because somebody obviously has trained you wrong on radio for you to automatically go for callers. Like, that is really Radio 101. Callers are your lifeline, and especially in male skewing talk and male skewing talk formats. When you have a female that is a P1, you worship them and you put them over. And you don't go for the jugular somebody has taught you wrongly on that. I don't know I don't know where you picked up that habit.
I'm out of touch.
And here's a woman that has reached out to you in a nice way, and you automatically want to make her a 2-pack a day smoker, and she does not smoke at all. And that's, quite frankly, that's offensive to a woman.
I know.
And you wonder why you're masturbating alone at night, and your ex-wife is working you and has no interest in you, because you do things like this.
I lash out, and I'm sorry because I feel bad about my life. That's why I do it. I'm sorry.
So you lash out to her.
Exactly right.
You lash out to her because you feel bad about what you're going through, not her.
Yeah, and
you can apologize to her right now.
Miss Ellie, I'm so sorry. That was very uncalled for. Just because I'm miserable right now, I shouldn't try to bring you down to my level and call you a 2-pack a cigarette day smoker.
No.
Well, I accept your apology. I also acknowledge that I have that kind of a voice.
It's kind of sexy, though. It's kind of raspy, she's got Betty Davis eyes, kind of Kim Carnes gimmick. I like it.
Now I feel bad.
Well,
I'm sorry.
Hey, I love you, buddy, and I'm sorry that you're miserable. You shouldn't be. You should be super proud of yourself.
Yeah.
And
you got any advice on how he could meet a lady?
Yeah,
I mean, do you have any idea?
Well, first of all, stop treating him like crap, like the way he just did. Secondly, Ellie, do you have any womanly advice, like Seth asked? Do you know that you could give Tuttle?
I do. The most attractive thing to a woman, and I want to differentiate between confident and cocky. There's a wide chasm there. But a confident man attracts women because it makes them curious as to why he's so confident, you see.
Confident? Confident? And
quit beating yourself up. Just quit beating yourself up. Be genuine. If you're you, you're going to attract the right person for you.
But why?
And I want to swing.
But why am I this way, though?
Second. You're that way because you've been wounded. See, you got to heal.
You've been wounded, and you haven't had, you don't know how to heal, or you don't want to heal, or you know whatever.
I could recommend a book. It's called The 4 Agreements by a fellow named Ruiz. It's a really short read. You can read it in about 3-4 hours. It's a great book for people who've been hurt. I want to challenge you.
The 4 Agreements.
The 4 Agreements.
Okay.
Yep. It's written by the author's last name is Ruiz.
Okay.
And Bubba, I want to challenge you or ask you, plead with you, please quit calling yourself a fat ass. Please. It's as bad to your psyche as the way Tuttle treats himself is to his. If that makes any sense.
I can look in the mirror, my friend, and I'm a fat ass.
I have mirrors.
But I will always struggle with my weight. I'm always on some type of diet. I just have to, and I'm actually doing pretty good right now, but it's going to be a constant struggle for the rest of my life. It's just, I have the metabolism to be a heavy guy unless I'm just constantly on a very strict diet at all times. As soon as I go out to dinner with my friends or my family, you automatically blow your diet. It's tough to. It's tough to go to the Longhorn and not get the bloomin' the Tunyon and the chicken pie. It's just it's tough.
That's a hard knock life going to Longhorn when you're a big fella.
Yeah, it's just tough.
Greg DiFilippo, $20.
Let's say you lost 4 pounds that week. As soon as you get back from Texas. I'm from the Longhorn, Lummy. You ate the bread, you had the French onion soup, you had the Caesar salad, then you had
you ate the butter with a spoon.
Yeah, and
the bread they give you.
Now you've gained 5 and you're up 1. And then you're like, screw it. I'm just going to have French toast in the morning.
That's right.
Anyway, hey, Ellie, we love you, and thank you so much for listening. Do you listen to us in Fort Walton or Panama?
Fort Walton.
1031, Florida Man Radio.
Yeah. You should call more often. You have a positive outlook. We could use that.
We could use your female positive insight more often, Ellie. We really could.
Well, I'm sorry,
I'll be
Ellie.
happy to.
All right, Ellie.
I'm sorry.
Hey, I forgive you, buddy, except just put that chin up and think of all the good things about yourself.
His chin naturally stays up, but yes. He needs
Jesus Christ.
Read the book. I want a book report on Tuesday.
The 4 Agreements.
Will you read it, Tuttle?
Yeah, I'll read it.
Go
for
find
sure.
it.
I'm gonna get
Ellie,
it.
I gotta go. Love you.
Love you too.
Thank you, Ellie.
Bye-bye.
I'm sorry, Bubba.
You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
If you want 24/7 on-demand Bubba and the crew, go to BubbaArmyHQ.com. The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be back after this.
This is Dr. Dan Diaco Esquire, and you're listening to the Best of Bubba. So enjoy.
Broadcasting live from the Aquabedo studios.
Aquabedo.com/Bubba.
It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Number 9 right now on the Apple documentary list of popular documentaries. We were number 1 last week, and then we had to take a little bit of a hiatus, and now we're back, able to promote this in full efficiency.
Should call it a low-atus. Makes me feel sad.
Yeah, I was 1, and now I'm 9. But I bet you, today is only Thursday. It doesn't even get released until tomorrow, and that is Video Killed the Radio Star. It's a documentary that shows you the behind-the-scenes real truth of the Hulk Hogan sex tape.
Colton's on 1. Let's talk about the doc.
Colton?
Yeah.
By the way, you can go to Apple TV right now and pre-order it and save $5.
Can I just go ahead and say I apologize to Colton in advance for not texting him back yesterday? He had a good idea. I just didn't.
Well, obviously, you had to call in.
Why don't you just tell him right now?
I'm sorry, Colton. Colton sent a text message about an idea of well, I don't want to say what the idea is because we might do it, but I didn't get back to him. I should have, and I apologize for that, Colton.
Seth, sorry for ghosting you, my friend.
Oh, it's quite all right. I know he's busy. Good morning, everyone.
And don't forget, Apple TV has it available right now for pre-sale. If we hit it hard enough for the next hour and a half, we might be able to get it back up to number 1.
Let's go.
Colton's selling bootleg copies out of the back of his truck for $10, Bubba.
Is that why you wanted me to sign all these DVDs last week? Colton, anyway, Apple TV, then search Video Killed the Radio Star, purchase it. And let's get us back up there to number 1 in the next couple days, and then certainly tomorrow on Google Play and Amazon. It's available on both of those platforms for you to purchase and watch. And I think a lot of the great Bubba Army, and even like what Seth said, people who don't know me, but I mean, the click in itself has a DVD that's burning that says Hogan XXX with a girl with a nice set of jugs.
Well, you're going to have a lot of people that are watching it for the Hogan thing, which that's going to pull people in.
Ton of wrestler people probably.
Yeah.
So Colton, what do you got?
So I have my ear to the Bubba Army street, and we kind of had a little pregame in the parking lot before the documentary, and I heard some things that I thought you might want to know.
Well, now, yes, I do, but I also think there was a postgame in it as well, because when I was leaving, were you guys kind of over there on the side of the church a little bit? That's where it was?
Yeah, exactly.
I saw a gathering of what looked to be like 15, 20, 25 people looking like they were tailgating.
That's exactly what we were doing. I was surprised. Even Red Tape Ken was out there popping a few beers with us.
Really?
Yeah.
And I heard Mark Tate stop by as well to see what you guys were doing.
He said no outside food or drink.
Tate was just worried about getting everybody out there by 11 because he had an extra $50 he had to pay for.
He had to get the cleaning fee deposit back.
Exactly. So yes, Colton, I would like a cross section of what people were talking about because probably the majority of the people that were gathered around still kind of partying afterwards probably had never seen it. So yes, I'd like to let me throw it over to you, and you give me your little book report, if you will.
So a lot of my stuff was during the pregame. I was there. Like I said, we're all out there mixing it up. Red Tape Ken, a bunch of people. And then Todd Steps was actually out there, and he made a comment. And now this is not something you're going to necessarily want to hear, but it's something that I think you need to hear.
Yeah, this is going to be good.
Oh, my goodness.
From Todd Steps, who's a very reputable multi-millionaire.
He sat in front of me. Him and his wife and his business partner were so cool.
Yeah,
it was great guys talking to them.
I love, and I'm so glad that we're back doing business with Steps Towing. If you got a lockout or you're in the ditch or dead battery or whatever your towing needs, or you just need a flatbed trailer, whatever.
Or you're putting a float in a parade. Need a place to store your float.
StepsTowing.com.
I was talking with because Matt was, and then Todd came over, and they were all talking, and Matt wants to give every Steps float one of his horns.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like one of his big horns.
Really?
And Todd was all about it.
Oh, I bet. So, okay, from the great Todd Stepp, and you've already kind of tickled it by saying that it's something that I might not want to hear, but I need to hear.
And correct. And what it is we know Todd Stepp, we love him. He's always advertising the Bubba Army, but his stickers are peeling off at an alarming rate.
Oh, so
seriously? Seriously, you were alarmed by it?
I'll get him some new.
Bubba talks.
Colton, you're calling him with that nonsense. I mean, that's your hot spot. That's your high spot.
That is the most biggest letdown I've ever had.
I don't think I've ever been more embarrassed to be you, thinking that you had some great information that you were going to get a pop on. I mean, come on, Colton,
peeling stickers.
Does this hurt his Hall of Fame chances?
Yes, done.
Hold on, babyface.
And this hurts.
Oh,
this hurts everything.
Hold on.
This hurts everything.
That was just the appetizer.
He might not even get a ring this year. He may not even get an invitation to BARP with that type of nonsense. He may get his Friday show canceled with thinking that's a zinger.
No, I need that.
That thing went over like a lead balloon. That was horrible.
Well, let him redeem himself. He has more. That was just the appetizer. That was just the tip.
Correct. That was just the beginning, and the only reason I mentioned that was because I know he runs his stickers on all 150 Steps trucks.
Right.
If they're peeling on 150 Steps trucks, it's not a good look.
Okay, Colton, that would be something that you should take up with the merch crick, okay?
It's not my department.
Okay, she's the one that orders these stickers, and obviously her manufacturer sucks. And
are we cutting back on the stickiness, Bubba?
Seth, again, you'd have to ask her. I'm not into the logistics of the stickers.
Nothing can survive this Florida sun.
I've got to worry about this show, and worrying about how sticky my Bubba Army stickers are is just not quite up there at the top of the list, my friend.
But hold on, that was nothing. He has the real hit coming up here.
And Lummy, you know what? You know right now he's searching for something.
Yes, exactly.
and to the point where he's going to probably end up making up something to try to save his ass. So go ahead, Colton, as you were pre-gaming and post-gaming. Go ahead.
Yeah, pre-gaming and post-gaming. I saw 2 limos come into the facility. One, I believe, was Mark from Tarpon, and that limo made it through perfectly and dropped them at the front door. And then I believe Lasker showed up in a limo, but Lasker's limo, his driver couldn't quite make it to the front door where they got jobbed out.
Yeah,
they got dropped off on the side door.
Well, that's because we got
again information that's not funny or relevant.
Well, I said that. I said on Monday that
literally
that
I have wasted 7 minutes of unbelievable, valuable airtime about my bumper stickers and Lasker's drop-off point for his limo.
This is like he's like the janitor in Billy Madison who's giving the tips to the crazy guy.
Yeah.
It's like Billy likes chocolate milk.
Yeah, right. Colton, you're 0 for...
Hold on, let him redeem. So you got to have something else, Colton.
I know that, but I need to tell him what his score is right now. He's 0 for 2.
Okay.
But wait till you get a load of this, right, Bubba. He's buried the lead.
The last part is, I would like you, I guess Lasker, I was sitting there with Kirk Morgan and Davey Hamilton Jr. and the Laskers, and Lasker told me that he quote, requested the black driver. So I was hoping you could get into that on how he did that.
That's good.
Yeah, maybe tomorrow we could. That would be relevant, but certainly not relevant today. And man, Colton, I've never been so disappointed. I mean, I really hold you in very high regard, where you have really great information and very pro Bubba Army, and it's funny and it's topical and it deserves to be on the air. And man, you really crapped the bed today.
Can you
buddy.
give him a pass for at least talking about the documentary?
He didn't say one word about the documentary. He talked. Hold on, Seth. I hate to disagree with you, my friend, but he talked about bumper stickers and Lasker's limo.
Yeah.
I didn't hear one word about the documentary.
You're right. I tried. I love my boy Colton so much.
The last thing is, I think of the documentary, I personally think that Jay Diaco got the biggest pop. And when he got the biggest pop was when he was explaining to everybody that, like, you have theft, and when somebody takes that, you have losses, and when someone need to have damages. I think that got the biggest pop in the room at that time.
Yeah.
How many empanadas did you take home?
I ate 4 while there.
Right. Man, you know what? You were high. I mean, you were either high then thinking this will be funny, or you're high now thinking this will be funny.
Both. Both can be true.
Or I was going to say, or both. You're high then and now, and none of it's funny.
Yeah, both is probably true. And the very, very last thing is, can I just give you 2 ideas for merch that you probably will take a shiz on as well?
Merch
give them to you?
for potential merch.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, well, I got some new. I got more knives coming. Those things are the hottest selling things we've ever had, and especially in the violent. Not that a knife would have saved Charlie Kirk, but everybody needs to be have a knife on you. You never know. But what?
Oh,
what do you got?
There was something I was going to bring up. There was something else I was going to bring up. I saw 2 ladies completely fall and bust ass at the event.
There was there was some women that got overserved.
I heard that too, and I heard that a lady separated her shoulder, but Lummy said that it wasn't as bad as I had heard about.
Yeah.
What is it, Lummy?
Now, Babyface, did you almost fall down those same little stairs going into the
those are the most dangerous stairs in America, entering that theater. You come out of there and it's like there's no warning. It's immediate fall off 3 feet.
Yeah.
Like they just Mr. Clean the floor and stuff.
It was crazy.
Slippery.
Yeah, no, I did almost fall as well.
What items do you have as we can wrap this up? It's taken way too much valuable airtime. Your nonsense. Go ahead, Colton.
Okay. Finally, the 2 ideas what I would have is either a Bubba Army license plate frame, like maybe in lieu of stickers, we could put a Bubba Army license plate frame.
Already thought of that.
Or maybe like all the trucks and SUVs that have trailer hitches, like a little hitch cover, like a little 2-inch or 2.5 inch by 2 inch that goes right into that hitch receiver cover right there.
Yeah.
Bubba Army.
At that point, you're really just, kind of really fragmenting your audience into those that just have trucks and or hitches. Like Brian doesn't have a hitch.
I do too.
Lummy doesn't have. I
have a hitch.
Seth doesn't have a hitch.
I have 12 of them,
Come
buddy.
on now.
You got a hitch on your Volkswagen?
Absolutely. I paid for that tow package.
Right. Okay. All right, Colton, man.
Always thinking about the show, Bubba. Always thinking about the show.
I hate that to say, Colton. If you hadn't hit so many home runs with the show, then a big strikeout like this wouldn't be such a big deal.
It wasn't even a foul tip.
He just got caught looking on 3 straight, right down the middle.
This poor kid.
Guy didn't even put a slider effect on it. Just right down the middle. 3 89-mile-an-hour, very hittable fastballs that most guys would hit out of the park. He just sat there and left the lumber on his wood on his shoulder and watched all 3 just go right by. Bam, bam, bam. Tim Wakefield just struck you out.
No, he swung. He didn't just watch him. He swung and missed. So I got to give him credit for calling in.
He swung so hard that he drilled himself in the ground like the cartoons do. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I love Colton. No, I can't hate on Colton.
Way to really crap the bed today, buddy, and bring nothing of significance to the show, my friend. Wow.
Yeah, my season's done like the Rays are. I'll just hang up now.
All right, buddy. Good talking to you.
That was low.
Yeah, I know. Jeez.
Jeez Louise, Colton. Not endearing yourself with anybody today.
Oh, I got a high spot. Okay, Todd Stepp's bumper stickers aren't sticking to the back of his tow trucks. Okay.
We got 150 trucks that are peeling out there, Bubba.
I understand. I can handle that. And then, let me tell you about these girls that fell down. And did you know Lasker's limo dropped him off to the wrong place?
But he asked for the black guy. That was kind of the end.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So he gave us a little.
Why'd you whisper the word black?
I don't want to be like. I don't want to say he asked for the black guy as enthusiastic as Colton told us.
Cracking Bush, $20.
I don't know. I don't know. What I'm going to play is absolutely the problem of our country. Celebrating and making and cheering and rooting on a man's demise, Charlie Kirk's death, celebrating it is really a problem in my book. And I don't know if platforms are going to take people off. I don't know if TikTok will do anything to this idiot. This African American guy he's not the problem. He's the host. He's the one that's navigating through all this nonsense. So it's not this dude. This dude's actually the guy that's trying to show you how problematic some ignorant people really are.
But did a lot of people, I remember like a teacher on Facebook, but did a lot of people lose their jobs after Trump was shot at and saying, I wish they didn't miss?
I think they did.
I feel like that was something that was pretty prevalent.
I think
they should.
Yeah, as they should. I mean, as they should. If you don't like Trump, that's great. Him getting nearly killed. I mean, God, talk about how close he got.
If you had an employee that was actively celebrating this on social media, Bubba,
I'd fire him.
Yeah,
I'd absolutely fire him.
We would have no tolerance for that.
And just like I would,
you don't follow Blue Sky, do you, Bubba?
No. But
okay,
but like Brian, also, if I had an employee that was celebrating the senator from the Speaker of the House of Minnesota's death, I'd fire him too.
Yeah.
Or
Scalise or Gabby Giffords,
sure.
or all these political attacks and violence. Trump,
none of them.
What about Mr. Pelosi?
He's not a politician, and I think Mr. Pelosi needs to step up and be honest as to what he really is.
What is he?
He's a hell of a traitor. That's
he got
what
a thorough beatdown.
No,
they were looking for Nancy.
I mean,
he's the best stock trader there is.
I think he has a boyfriend, and there might have been a little situation go there. Right. Yeah.
Wow, I haven't heard that.
You haven't?
No. I mean, Brian, is that not a thing?
That was a pretty popular theory.
Here we go.
About that one.
This is gonna make you sick to your stomach. Like, this is gonna make you like honest to God, if I could punch. I got little T-Rex arms. I'd probably have to have Lummy do it for me. But if I could take this redheaded ginger piece of crap and take a baseball bat and I wouldn't know if I want to kill. Yeah, I'd like to kill him.
Oh my.
Here we go.
Just got shot.
Let me just go from.
I haven't seen
Charlie Kirk just got shot. Maybe there are good guys with guns out there. Update: Charlie Kirk is officially looking up at us, and I'm about to head to the grocery store because I'm making ribs tonight. Oh, but he was a man with a wife and kids. Yeah, and now they're safe from him.
Again, another.
Ugh,
man. And like, what does let's dox this guy and see, since you can dox.
his name's right there.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is, like, since you have doxed Charlie Kirk, a very public political pundit, and you've doxed him in death and made fun of him and and called him a monster to the point where now his kids and wife are safe because he's dead. Let's look. You know what? Let's take a look into your life, Mac Miller. Let's see what you do. Let's see how many kids you got. Let's see what you do in life. What's your contributing factor of life? What do you do for a living?
Looking up at us, and I'm about to head to the grocery store because I'm making ribs tonight. Oh, but he was a man with a wife and kids. Yeah, and now they're safe from him.
Again, another example of the tolerant left. Charlie Kirk was literally just assassinated, and he's essentially cheering it on, laughing at it. But
why do these videos, real quick, have stop? Like, these people can't speak in full sentences.
They have to edit it up.
This is ridiculous. I can't even watch this stuff.
All right, well, let's watch it.
Ding dong, the witch is dead. To everyone saying that it was such a senseless, violent act, I want you to remind yourself that it was God's plan.
There's this thing called free will. Maybe she should learn about it. But again, this is a side of tolerance, love, acceptance. This is a side that says they're morally superior than everybody else. And I want people to see this because they're putting this information out here for us to see. If an important figure on the left was just assassinated, they wouldn't be talking like this. Their energy would be totally different. These people are disgusting. There's no other way to put it. And they're showing us who they are repeatedly, Again, we need to see this for what it is. And what's crazy is the last girl was making fun of religion and the fact that he just got assassinated. It's disgusting. If you are not registered to vote, get registered to vote. Make sure you're registered to vote. Make sure you're voting in local elections, and make sure you come out for these midterm elections. We need to absolutely keep control of the House and the Senate. Now, just a reminder, I have a free email newsletter.
All right. I'm not gonna make. He's making this a political thing, and I'm not. I'm making those two human beings are disgusting.
Well, no, it is. I mean, there's an air of politics to it. He is correct. If it was somebody on the left, they wouldn't be taunting them and celebrating and taunting their supporters or anything like that. It's disgusting tribalism, and it's what's wrong with America.
Are people able to separate the two TikToks that we showed from like other liberal leaning people that aren't like that, or does everybody get lumped together as them?
No, I don't think that everybody gets lumped together to them. I mean, look at Brian.
I don't know, man. Have you been reading Rumble Chat today? They're not really a fan of mine. And
Brian, hold on. You've not said everything you've said's been right down the middle.
It doesn't matter though. When people are angry,
then you know what? Then they're stupid.
But this is the danger of the mob mentality, because when people are angry, they want people to be able to lash out at.
It's not your fault. It's not your party's fault.
First of all, I don't own any of them. I hate the Democrats.
I understand, but let me just finish let's just say that you are a Democrat. It's not your fault. It's not anybody that's a Democrat's fault. It is these people within the Democratic Party's fault. It's not anybody's fault with regards to a political affiliation and or you happen to be personally a Democrat or one way. It's the people that are saying these stupid things fault.
But it's just such attention-seeking behavior.
And it doesn't make if Brian had got on here this morning and said, yeah, I'm a Democrat, and yeah, he deserved to die, and some of the things that these outlandish numbnuts are saying, get on Brian all you want. But if Brian has been nothing but right down the middle, played it fair, thinks it's absolutely disgusting on how we've weaponized, the political system, and has no tolerance for this at all. And you know what? There's most of the Democratic Party is feeling the same way. I think it would be absolutely political suicide, just like that guy on MSNBC. It was his job, when he got on the commentator for MSNBC. I don't think that whether it's an AOC or whether it's Kamala Harris or whether it's whoever, I don't think you're ever going to find any Democratic politician that would take less than this is a problem. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk and your family. This needs to stop. I can't think of any politician that will have anything short of that message. Or it's political suicide, in my opinion.
The politicians are scumbags. Whatever. They love the fervor. They love that they get us all riled up, just like the media does, and gets us to this point that we're hating each other. I know that the people in Rumble Chat want the same thing for this country that I want. We may have a different idea on how to achieve some of those goals, but I know at the end of the day, we're all Americans, and we want, well, for the most part, most of us, there are nuts out there. I mean, there's nut jobs out there. They're on the left. They're on the right. They're not really in the middle, but they're on the left and right for sure. And
fringe.
They're the fringe.
They're the fringe.
But those people are
just like the person that killed the Minnesota woman. He was a conservative fringe.
Well, he was all over the place. I mean, the story on him isn't perfectly clear. He was involved in politics to an extent, but at the end, he was very pro-life and had issued some statements. So, but regardless, people are getting killed for their political beliefs, regardless of who's doing it, and that can't happen in a country that is serious.
In our country that's been around for 249 years, it's never been like this. It's never been like, yes, we've had assassinations of presidents. And yes, but it's never been talk show hosts, political supporters. It's at an all-time fever-pitched. I mean, like it's disgusting. It's disgusting.
It's interesting.
Gutfield from Fox last night.
We don't know who did this, but I do know it doesn't help the left, which makes me think, is it the left? I don't know. We don't know, but it feels professional. That's all it feels to me, And
you know what? I agree with them. We don't know who it is. And it does feel and look very professional. I mean, it doesn't look like, the guy that was in the front row just whipped out a revolver and blasted him. We don't even know. To this very minute, we don't even have the shooter in custody. I mean, am I right? I mean, he's still at large. They are still at large. We don't even know where the shot came from. Maybe we as the public don't know. Maybe the law enforcement, a lot of times law enforcement won't give, they know, but they won't tell us because it could potentially tamper the investigation. So maybe I'll give a little bit more credit where credit is due, but they've not publicly told us anything. We got a 200-yard theory. We got a behind his right shoulder theory. It just leads for everybody to have their own theory. We don't know. With every other one of these deals, whether it's a school shooting or whether it's the woman in Minnesota who got killed, or whether it's Martin Luther King, whether it's the kid in Butler, Pennsylvania, whether it was the guy at Mar-a-Lago that tried to kill Trump, we have been able to find them very quickly, lock them up, start questioning them, in most cases, most of them died. Lee Harvey Oswald, I don't think James Earl Ray died, the guy who killed Martin Luther King. But this happens to be one that we don't even know who shot him. We don't even know. Like, this is something that we've never even really been, I've never, in all the years that I've been alive or been an adult or even been on the air, or
it's an Israeli liberal is what the early predictions are.
Are you being funny?
No, that's what everybody's saying. That it was Israel.
Oh, come on. It can't be.
Well, that's what they're saying.
Nah. But I mean, Brian, in all the years, we don't even know who it is, and that's kind of a first for us. We usually have them; they're either dead, or we have them.
Well, what was the guy? John Lee Malvo, the one that was the DC sniper. They got away with it for a while.
The guy that sniped him at the baseball games.
Now, what's unbelievable about this one is the fact that there were so many people and so many cameras, and we don't seem to have a super good lead as to who did it.
Yeah,
maybe they do, and they're just not publicly disclosing it. I don't know, but that is the part that's a little bit strange to me, is that the shooter was in that close of proximity to the shooting, and with that many people there, and seemingly managed to get away.
When I returned, we had a shooting at a Denver high school yesterday. The good news is the bad guy killed himself or got killed by the police. And is it 2 or 3?
There's 2 others that were wounded. One is still in critical condition. One is going to be fine.
So 2 students were shot. One is in critical condition, which I think, Brian, that's some kind of sometimes critical is considered touch and go, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not. Sometimes they have different categories. They'll say critical but stable. Critical but stable means the vitals are not in question. It's just there's other stuff going on that maybe they could, but just critical and not stable. The blood pressure is rising and dropping. They're having difficulty controlling the vitals. That's when it's really touch and go.
And 6 people got shot outside an apartment in Tampa last night.
Really?
Yeah, that's been on the news all day. So
for real?
Yep.
Will you find that for me?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you want 24/7 on-demand Bubba and the crew, go to BubbaArmyHQ.com.
Right now.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show will be back after this.
Hey, this is Brian the Babyface Matroni, and you're listening to the Best of the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Broadcasting live from the Aquabedo Studios.
Aquabedo.com/Bubba.
It's the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Me, Tuttle, Seth, Lummy, Macho Man on your Wednesday. Tomorrow, a special Thursday edition of the Babyface show, which will be Gene Lasker added to the mix. And Gene has agreed to be corporate Gene Lasker and to be, on his best behavior. Dion, I think this question was asked to Dion after Shiloh had been cut by the Bucks, and Dion, I think they said they already got a plan for Shiloh.
Yeah, he lays it out here. It makes a lot of sense.
Again, nice to see you. Hey, just got to talk to you about NFL is a tough business. Shiloh had some bad. It's just have you talked to him and how are his spirits?
Most definitely, he's my son. I'm proud of my kids, all of them. And I prepared my kids for any and everything that could possibly happen in life and in sports. That's part of fathering, that's part of parenting, that's part of having a relationship. So he is mentally where he needs to be, physically where he needs to be. We're praying that he gets another opportunity to go with a team. But if he doesn't, the plans have already been put forward to what he's going to do next. So Shiloh is a man of many talents. I don't know if you guys know, he's a man of many talents.
I mean, the guy is very talented. He can read music. He can write music. He can play beautifully. Just really not. He can play the piano.
But he's not sitting there going, "Man, my son didn't get a fair shake. He didn't get drafted. He didn't get reps." And he's not. There's none of that stuff. He's saying he didn't make it, but we've had a plan in place in case you don't make the NFL.
Right. Very, very positive.
Which, as a father, it makes total sense that you prepare your kids for all scenarios.
Right. Exactly. We don't know what this is, but this is a great response.
He's going to be straight. All the Sanders are going to be straight, with or without football. You better believe that. You better believe that. I take care of mine. And I've always have. And y'all know what I mean. You better believe that.
I don't know what he means, though.
Well, he means...
You take care of mine. You know what I mean? But what does it mean?
He means I take care of my children.
That's what I thought,
I've always taken... In fact, when I had a custody battle with Pilar in Dallas, I was awarded full custody. I have always taken care of my children. And that's what it means. And he's always been a great dad. I mean, he coached Shador... he literally coached Shiloh and Shador from Pee Wee to them just leaving recently, and having graduated from the Buffs or Colorado Buffalo last year. Obviously Shador still in the league, although probably third on the depth chart in Cleveland, and then Shiloh was a undrafted free agent. It looked like he might make the Bucks. Then maybe his temper got the best of him. And he got cut on the final cut day. But as Dion speaks, I got a plan for my kids. Hi, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Hey, good morning, Bubba. How are you?
Good.
Hey, just wanted to chime in there. I was going to ask you if you had heard from Prime or Shiloh since Shiloh's release, but when you came back from break, you guys just started talking about it. So I could probably just self-edit, hang up, and keep listening. I was just curious to see if you'd had any conversations with Shiloh and see how he's doing.
No,
I'll just say it, but Shiloh left you high and dry, man.
Thank you for saying that, because I was going to kind of allude to that. And the fact that, Shiloh was...
You got jobbed out. Dion called you to take care of... Yep. I mean, what happened is Dion called you to help...
I'll let Seth describe, because Seth's got a better understanding and he knows the whole situation.
Yeah, Dion called you to help Shiloh, get acquainted with town and help. You hooked him up with real estate and all that. And you guys, Dion wanted you guys to make content together. And Shiloh said that he would come in the studio and that he wasn't going to do anything around town without you. And I get saying all those things, and then you get into the mix and maybe you're not able to at all, but I think he just stopped all communication with you. And it wasn't one of those things where you're like, hey, Dion, Shiloh won't get back to me or anything like that. You just left it as, what it was. But yeah, I think he kind of jobbed you out with how much you helped him.
He did. I got him a realtor. I got him his place. My realtor got him his place. So Shiloh kind of jobbed me, sir. He kind of did.
Oh,
I didn't mean to bring the party down with that. I was just curious.
All right, man. Thank you, bud.
But we got a call.
Okay. Who is it?
It's Brooke.
Brooke Hogan?
Yes, it is.
Oh. Brooke Hogan.
Uncle Bizubba.
I was going. I knew you were in town. She almost sounds like Hogan, doesn't she? Uncle Bizubba. So I knew that you and your husband. I didn't talk about it at all. I've not said a word about it on the show today. Didn't really. I talked about the situation yesterday, but I knew you were coming to town. I didn't talk about you coming to town. You had arranged to come to town to meet with a couple different places and agencies to, kind of get some, just do your own little investigative stuff or answer some questions that you had on your terms. And so, how did it go?
Yeah, and I appreciate you, kind of being the place I can, kind of just put these rumors and stuff to rest. I mean, God, the press has just been like hounding me like you would not believe. And now that we've kind of reestablished our friendship, it's been nice because it's like, okay, I don't have to talk to every single Tom, Dick, and Harry, about this, and I can set the record straight. So, yeah, I was, sorry if you hear my children in the background.
You're
driving back.
Oh, you brought the twins to town. That's great.
We brought the babies, yeah. It was actually a really nice day. I got to see one of my dad's lawyers who I really, have a lot of admiration for. We were able to hug and reconnect and just say hi. And I was able to see my dad, and he looked great. He looked like he was ready for a pay-per-view.
So you actually were able to go see your dad?
Yeah, I was. Yeah, it was very nice. So.
And you said he oddly enough looked pretty good.
He looked like he was ready to go on TV, and he was big, strong, hair looking good, bandana on, Fu Manchu going. I mean, he looked great. I guess however they make that happen, but he looked great, and it was awesome to see him. And I said a prayer over him, and I got to say my final goodbyes, and that was that, and it was super nice. So, I went to the police. Clearwater Police invited me to go meet with them and review, all the footage, all the body cam footage, all the stuff. And I'll just say, they're doing a great job, and they're being very thorough, and Sky is being super cooperative, and everything's going smooth. So, I just want to thank you to the Clearwater Police for doing a great job. Thank you to Sky, and thank you to the funeral home that let me see my dad, and that's basically pretty much it. So I know some stuff is going to become public information. I don't know when that's going to happen, but it was a really beautiful day, and it answered a lot of questions for me. So
I have been very tough on the Clearwater PD, asking all types of different questions. I've been very tough on.
You've called for resignations.
I've called for the chief to resign because I thought they botched the investigation. But you're saying after, and again, one of the reasons why I probably had that stance is because of the unknown. We can only sit here and think about, the worst that could have potentially happened, not knowing any information because no information has been disseminated. But you're saying after having, by the way, I heard Kevin Hazlett was your attorney that you took with you.
Oh, yeah, he's the bomb. He's been in the family for a long time.
Yeah, dating back clear to when Bel Air tried to put a $500 a day fine on Linda for having too many dogs. Remember that?
Oh my God, that was so funny.
So
I think she told them to kiss her butt or something.
And she told her, "I'll pay the $500 a day." And then we got back to the house, and Hootie goes, "We're not paying $500 a day." so all right, I have been very critical of Clearwater. Do I need to walk it back a little bit and and say, okay, I'm hearing from very reliable sources, which are you, who spoke with them that you're satisfied with what they're doing and what they've uncovered, and if you're okay with them, I certainly should be okay with them.
I mean, my only thing that I'm a little disappointed in is that we're not going to have toxicology, and that's really not anybody's fault. It's like when you don't have a pulse, you can't really pull blood. It's a very complicated thing, but I think they were a little slow to the game, but I think they're catching up. So they're doing a great job, and this guy's been super sweet. It was really nice to see my dad's lawyer that I've known for years yesterday, and it was just kind of like a nice little reunion, So. I just want to tell the press to just stop bothering everybody, though, because it's just become an absolute massacre, just with this. I mean, everybody with the rumors and the this and that.
Well, I mean, I've been at the forefront of that. So I'm talking to you about this situation for the first time. I've had no indication as to, where this was going other than Clearwater PD not telling anybody anything, which leads me to, our minds to wander.
It's only natural, right, to assume the worst, until it's what's the saying? It's like you're guilty till you're proven innocent. It's
right.
Especially for me, when it's my dad and I have no horse in the race, meaning I'm not sitting here getting a payday to go investigate this stuff. If anything, it's, I'm kind of the low man on the totem pole, but I promised my dad, that I would be his ride or die till the very end. And, I had to do my due diligence just to make sure, everything was on the up and up, So, I mean, it's I had to be skeptical, and I had to worry, and I had to go see for myself, So, and that's, I think, what any good daughter would do. And even though you and my dad didn't have a relationship, which is a shame because you really should have, I believe truly deep down in your heart, you still have a soft spot for him, and you're still concerned about him. So, and I think a lot of people were concerned about what happened, and we still don't have answers. But I do feel like everybody is working in concert and helping each other, and there's a feeling of mutual, we all want to get to the bottom of this and make sure that we can just say, all right, this is what happened, and this is, we're all good with it,
So with the not being able to get the toxicology report, I'm assuming you said they weren't able to do that because I think you. Is that one of your babies?
That's one of that's Molly in the background. She's,
Molly Jean.
Molly promo like Grandpa. She's got
Molly Jean, which, by the way, her middle name is named after Terry. So, is it my understanding you say that they didn't have a toxicology report because they couldn't pull blood because when they were transporting him, he was dead and didn't have a source to pump? I guess maybe your heart needs to be pumping for you able to pull blood. Maybe.
I don't really know. I'm not a doctor, and I think it's public knowledge that there's no toxology. I'm not really sure. I don't want to be speaking on something I don't totally know about.
Right.
I asked about toxology, and they said that they couldn't get it. So I was like, well, that stinks. But, from what I know, I think you have to have blood pressure in order to be able to pull blood. I don't really know what the whole thing is. But, aside from that, I mean, I think everybody's, I don't think there's any foul play or anything involved. I think it's just that, I just want to know, all right, yeah, your heart can stop, but why? So that was my biggest thing is what's it from? Could it just be that it was God just being like, hey, brother, it's your time, let's go. And it could be that simple, but I think everybody's working together and doing a good job. So my nerves are put at ease, and
do you feel
I think that the press needs to lay off because, from what I understand, they've been just beating up Sky and beating up, that's doctors and beating everybody up.
That's been me, Brooke. I really have. I don't know if you listen to the show or not, but I have been in the very front lines of being very critical of all the people that you mentioned. Maybe I need to man up and say, I apologize to those that I were very critical on, because it looks like, now obviously I have you who has actually talked to the Clearwater PD. listen to. I'm assuming they probably played you the 911. I'm assuming they probably were very transparent and let you see anything that you wanted. I'm assuming.
Very transparent. Very transparent. Some of it was, made me really, really feel for Sky and was heartbreaking, to be honest. But, it's sad that some of it will be released to the public. In that sense, it's like you wish that there could be some form of privacy. But, I'm glad that they were very transparent with me. And, and honestly, everybody was critical of the situation because I think one of the first headlines, I don't know who ran it, but it was like, quick cremation with no autopsy. And that alone made me go, what the hell? Like, well, hold on, wait, back it up a minute, So I think everybody got set into a panic in a sense where it was like, why? That it was just so crazy. Like, why, what's the issue here? Like, what are we missing? But, I feel good. I feel good now going home, that I got to see my dad. He looked good. I got to make sure that, there was an autopsy done and I got to see his lawyer and I got to, give him a hug, and Clearwater police were very transparent. So, I know there's still more investigating to do, so I don't want to assume anything, but from what my heart tells me, I think, everything's on the up and up and people are doing their jobs. And doing it correctly. So, but I mean, like I said, I think not just you or me or anybody, I think everybody was kind of like wondering what is happening, what's going on.
Now you said, and
we still don't have answers, but right. It seems like everybody's, in good faith doing the right thing,
So when you said, and I don't mean to be too graphic and I hope this doesn't upset you, but when you said that you were able to see that he had an autopsy, is that meaning that you actually, saw him and you pulled back the gown and saw where they had, done the autopsy incisions?
I am, my daddy raised me to be tough, and I had to do what I had to do to make sure that I saw what I needed to see.
Wow.
So,
that had to be very, I can't even begin to tell you how tough that probably was. And thank God your husband was with you, because he's a tough dude and a good dude. And because I know that he came to town as well. And
yeah, he was a good rock. But, at the same time, though, I said, it's crazy. I've seen him look worse in the hospital.
Yeah.
It's no laughing matter, but I guess I feel more lighthearted about it today because I do have faith and I do believe that he's not in his body. He's in the spirit realm, and I think he's in a good place, so that puts my heart at ease, and it makes me feel good to know that, I know his biggest concern was he never wanted his fans or anybody to see him weak or, feeble or anything like that, and I was happy to see that he literally looked as big and as strong and as beautiful as you could ever imagine him,
And that was, a lot of people gave you some crap about not wanting to participate in the circus show, so to speak, when they had his funeral, 1 for the family, 2 for the wrestlers and friends. And you knew for a fact, because I've spoke to you about it, that Terry didn't really want that sort of pageantry, if you will. And so
he did not.
And you chose.
He definitely did not. But, hey, everything happens for a reason. Maybe it was because of yesterday. Maybe it was because I needed to see him. I don't know. It's like I didn't know that 5 weeks ago that I might need to see him yesterday. So everything happens for a reason. I know he didn't want any of that. I know he would have probably just preferred to be cremated and thrown in the ocean and not had this drag on this long and have it be such a big public thing. But, he's a very important person, and a lot of people care about him and a lot of people love him, so kind of comes with the territory, just like signing autographs, So,
but what I was going to say is that I feel, us reconnecting and being friends, me reconnecting with me meeting your husband, me, and again, us reconnecting. I feel that it was important for you, with regards to closure, to actually physically be able to see him on your terms, not on a pageantry with, 600 other people at the Indian Rocks Beach a Baptist church, but for you to, woman up, so to speak, drive over to Tampa and say goodbye to your dad on your terms. And thank you to the people that, Sky, I know, had to approve of that. And the
Sky approved. Yeah, Sky had to approve that, and she was absolutely Brooke, do whatever you need to do. So that was very kind of her. Yeah.
Yeah, and I've been critical of her, and I need to walk all that back, and I will. But more importantly, man, I was not expecting. I knew you were in town, but I wasn't expecting a little report like you're giving me. So thank you. Thank you.
Well, God, thank you for giving me the platform to do so, because I'm telling you, my phone is blowing up, and I'm literally blocking reporters, and and from what I understand, this has caused a lot of pain, and it's not just you. I mean, everybody has been critical of the situation, and it's just been an absolute, circus. So I wanted to use your platform, if you will, to just, this is my voice. This is not AI. It's terrible. AI, honestly, side note, AI should be illegal. I can't believe the videos and stuff that I've seen people making of me. It's disgusting. Some of the stuff is beautiful. Like, it's my dad and Hulk Hogan with Macho Man. I mean, it's my dad with Macho Man in heaven, and it's beautiful, but some of it is just horrible. So, but yeah, I appreciate you allowing me to call in and set the record straight, because at this point, people need to just let now the cops figure out what they're going to figure out, leave Sky alone, leave everybody alone, and just, kind of put it to rest,
And kind of
really, they're still in an investigation and nobody has any answers.
Right.
So, but from my gut intuition tells me that everything's on the up and up, so.
And even if they don't have a toxicology report, and let's say that indeed he did take some pills or whatever, it doesn't really matter at this point. We can't bring him back. And if that's the way he chose to go out, by whatever means, either he took too many or his body couldn't absorb, whatever, or he just, God struck him and shut his heart down and he just literally stopped breathing, like the way they say, the way that the report reads. At this point, if you're satisfied, I'm satisfied. And it seems as though that you're ready to kind of take this burden off your shoulders, close this chapter, and start concentrating. I know I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag, but I know you got a TV gig coming up, a really, really cool one. And hopefully when you can announce that, you'll announce it on my show. But I know you got that. I know you got like 3 or 4 kind of major deals that you're working on right now, and hopefully we can stay abreast of what because people, the Bubba Army loves you. They are so thankful that you have forgiven me and my participation of an absolute crap show that affected you. And, everybody's just taken back by your generosity and letting me be part of your family again. So hopefully this is closing a chapter while opening up, and being able to start working on your brand and, the stuff the projects that you got going on in conjunction with running a very successful, very high-end, interior decorating place out of Nashville with your friend Ashley.
That's what I was going to say. I'm like, it's so funny because there are a couple things in the cooker, that actually started before this fiasco started, before my dad passed. I was kind of approached by a few people to do some stuff, and it's all positive, and it's all, I said if I ever did TV again or if I ever got back into the business, it would have to be with people that I trusted. It'd have to be with good people. It would have to be something positive. Otherwise, what are you doing it for? It's like, if I'm not, acting in a way that is a good influence, or bringing happiness to people's lives, then there's no point, and I've really enjoyed my privacy up to this point, my little private life with my babies and my husband. But my main focus, honestly, I'm way behind the 8 ball on my real job. I need to get back to BB Designs and answer some clients and order some furniture and put the pedal to the metal on the real life stuff. So, we've got a lot of houses to finish before the end of the year, and Ashley's been kind of, at the helm right now, taking over for me. So I need to give her a little bit of cash and be like, thanks, dude, for helping me out while I was going through this fiasco. So Ashley's been an absolute soldier for me on the real life end of business. So,
and let's not forget you got twins, and that's a handful too. I mean, oh man.
Oh, it's two hands full. That's why we have two hands. I mean, seriously, it's twins on top of it. It's like such a blessing that it just was like a natural. Wow, boy, girl, cool. You knocked them all out in one shot, but holy crap, me and Steve are like, we need a vacation. This has just been crazy. So, but we're very blessed, and it's a beautiful thing that my dad lives on through my children and through me, and the fun stories that you have of him, and it just seems like all the good about him is living through the people that loved him the most, and I know that you loved him so much, and I feel so bad that you guys didn't have a friendship, because I know in my heart of hearts you did truly love him, and I can still see the soft spot that you have for him, and I'm glad that we were able to clear it up, that he knew it wasn't you. Sorry, my kids are going crazy.
It's okay.
He knew it wasn't you that released the tape, and I really wish you guys could have, established that bond for whatever reason, why he couldn't, be friends with you after that. I don't really know those details, but I always knew you to be a great guy, and you were always nice to us, and it seems like the only thing that sucks is that we lost him, but the beautiful thing is it's almost like he's sending me the people that I need the most in my life right now, and I've got my babies, I've got my husband, now I've got you, and it's just, it's bittersweet, but,
listen,
I think my dad's magically, heavenly orchestrating things to protect me and help me along the way.
So I didn't want to bug you yesterday because I knew you were in town. It sounds like you got some really good information and that you feel a lot better about the whole scenario. And there is a little bit still of an investigation to go on. They will be releasing 911 tapes that are just, that are disturbing. So you'll probably have to live through that somewhat through the media. But more importantly, thank you so much for calling me. You really, it just.
Thank you for allowing me to set the record straight, because I can't answer every single news outlet's, phone call. I mean, it's just been an absolute, full on attack, So, and I'm sure it's been the same on Sky's end and Nick's end and everybody's. So, and I really do hope that when and if, this stuff does become public information, that people really find it in their heart to find the absolute bottom of their heart goodness to be as respectful as possible about it, because, there have been some press people and just, there's always bad in the world, obviously. And there's good too. And I hope that the good people override the bad and have respect for the situation. Because this was quite a nightmare to go through for everybody. So.
Well, listen, Brookie, I we text often. Let's keep in touch. And, I look forward to seeing you at my premiere. I know that
I'm excited too. I'm very happy for you.
Lummy, that's going to blow people away. That Brooke Hogan.
It sure is.
Oh my God,
walking down the red carpet.
Yeah,
you know what? I'll tell you this: my dad would have done it for you. So,
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it's very pro. It's very pro him. Like it doesn't bury him. It just tells it basically just tells the story.
You know what? I think deep down in my heart, my dad truly loved you, and you truly loved him. And, without all this physical, worldly crap, I think soul to soul, my dad would have been very, happy that you got your life back on track and that you're doing well. So,
listen, Brookie, I love you. Always will. And let's keep in touch and tell your husband thank you for all that he does as well.
Thank you for everything, Bubba. You guys have a great day.
Thank you, Brookie.
Bye.
Bye. Wow.
It's already on TMZ with no mention.
TMZ no mentioned us.
What mean it's on
they posted. I sent you the article. They posted it while she's on the phone with us, and then said
credible sources told TMZ.
Yeah. I sent you, and then how they credit themselves being first and everything.
Now hold on.
I sent you the link on them.
I'm not assuming that she called them before us.
Well, she didn't say it wasn't Brooke Hogan, the source. It was sources with direct knowledge. Tell TMZ. At 9:30 they posted that. 9:30.
She called us at 9:20,
9:15, 9:20.
No, she called us at. Let me see. Let me see here. She called us at 9:19.
Yeah.
Well, they had somebody monitoring the show.
You think the kids got quiet?
Hey, Harvey, really?
Thanks for letting me finish. You've been listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show, starring
me, Bubba the Love Sponge,
co-host and show historian, Lummit.
It's Seth, co-host and president of podcasting.
It's Brian Matroni, king of counter programming.
Gene Lasker, voice of the people. Glad you get to hear me.
Gary Cantrell, video editor.
Yeah, back here wiring up. It's Mini Macho.
The BRN agent, Thomas Buttoned Up Bean.
Co-host, Dr. Dan Diaco, Esquire of Council. Co-host, J. Diaco, Esquire, the Spitting Cobra of Council.
Now, time for the legal disclaimer.
Exactly.
The Bubba the Love Sponge Show is intended solely for the enjoyment of our listening audience. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or other use of this show without express written consent of the Bubba Radio Network is prohibited.
We must dissuade him of this delusion.
Until next time, always remember.
I'll repeat hello.